The Davis County Mustangs play here on the Atomo Radio Sports Network. Now, let's head down to the gridiron and join the voice of the Mustangs, Ellis Kojo.
Week 9 is already here, and we're back at home one last time for the 2019 season. Welcome to Bloomfield for tonight's matchup between Davis County and Central Lee. Tonight, the Atomo Radio Sports Network's coverage of Davis County football continues with Mustang Senior Night, and it's a finale. It's the Davis County Mustangs versus the Central Lee Hawks. You're listening to the Citizens Mutual pregame show. Call Sherry and Lisa for a free insurance quote. It's a pleasure to be with you again, and it's a pleasure to have you with us. I'm Brad McCloskey. Joining me in the booth again. We're in the booth again this week, Ryan. Or in the booth, period. Last week we were outside as Ryan Morgan. Corey Finch is also with us again as our producer, and we're lucky to have him. It is senior night here in Bloomfield, and there will be certainly a lot of emotions accompanying this game as they are introducing the seniors right now from all the different activities, senior football, cheerleading, band. They're recognizing all the different seniors. And Ryan, I don't know about you, but these nights have a lot of extra emotion, as we saw out of Mid-Prairie last week. I remember my senior night, the last time you get to play in your stadium in front of your home fans, a place that you looked to when you were a little kid, and looked to with a lot of pride to represent your team and community. There's gonna be a lot of emotions tonight for this game.
Yeah, just like we talked about last week. I hope they use that emotion for the success and a great start in that first quarter.
Do you remember your senior night, Ryan? Do you remember what that feels like and, the mixed emotions that you have? It's obviously a bittersweet moment. You have one last opportunity to go out and represent your team and your community and put on that jersey and play on this very special game and on these very, awesome conditions tonight and play this game in front of your fans. But also, it's the last time. Also, you want to go out on a win and you want to end things the right way. So it's kind of a bittersweet moment, and it'll be all about controlling those emotions, like you said, coming out of the gates.
Yeah, it was a little different for me. I was on a team that we were going to the playoffs, and we already knew that. So we knew it wasn't our last football game. Ours ended the next Wednesday night in the first round of the playoffs in a heartbreaking fashion. But, so it was a little different knowing we knew it wasn't our last game and we had bigger aspirations. But for these guys right here, they know this is it tonight, and I'm just excited to see them go out and show what they have tonight.
Yeah, we have absolutely perfect conditions for this time of the season. No wind of any kind at all. I'm looking at the field goal post flag. So we'll get back to that in a little bit. It's a beautiful night here in Bloomfield. So coming up next, we're going to take a closer look at the Davis County Mustangs and what we think we're going to expect out of them tonight. They definitely took one on the chin last week at Wellman, and they're looking to finish this season on a high note. You're watching Mustang football on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Live larger. Go further. Do more. Pursue your passion with Polaris, the world leader in off-road. Live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or get more done with a hard-working Ranger. Enjoy savings up to $3,500 during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
Whatever your vehicle needs, Rob and the staff at Davis County Tire and Davis County Truck and Alignment in Bloomfield can handle it. Need tires? They sell almost any brand and have the most competitive prices. Davis County Tire also has RV, wheelbarrow, ATV, and farm tires. If it's round, black, and rolls, they've got you covered. Stop and see Rob and Jody and the team today at Davis County Tire, behind Shopko in Bloomfield.
Nothing says summer like hitting the open road. Get your vehicle summer driving ready. Cruising to work with the windows open and the convertible top down, going to the local fairs, or taking your much-needed holiday on the open road. Ray's Rapid Lube and Car Wash can get your car summer driving ready. Oil changes to the touchless car wash. Quick car wash to the super car wash. Ray fits in your budget so you can put more in your tank. Ray's Rapid Lube, 301 North Madison in Ottumwa.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Bloomfield, the site of the season finale between the 2-6 Davis County Mustangs and the 1-7 Central Lee Hawks. Davis County is looking to win its third game of the season, and Central Lee would sure like to turn their single game win into two. You're listening to the Citizens Mutual pregame show. Call Sherry and Lisa for a free insurance quote. Last Friday, Ryan, the Mustangs traveled to Mid-Prairie and what looked to be, on paper, as we discussed on the way there to the game, that it would be a tough matchup, and that definitely proved to be the case. The Mustangs were able to finally get some positive momentum going toward the end of the game. However, when sophomore Gavin McCall took the ball right out of the fullback's hands on a fourth down play with their backs up against the wall, where Mid-Prairie was looking to threaten and score again, that eventually set up the only score of the night for the Mustangs when sophomore Carson Mader connected with sophomore wideout Dalton Reeves. Ryan, at that point in the game, I remember we were talking on air when our backs were against the wall, and we said we just absolutely have to find a way to find that gut check, find that pride, dig deep, and not let them into the end zone. And that really, at that time, I know Mid-Prairie was kind of substituting some guys and playing some different people. But we also pointed out that we have young guys. We have sophomores and juniors and guys that are still trying to get that experience. So it was a better matchup from that point on. What stood out to you in those final minutes of last week's game that, we hope to carry forward into this week?
Well, yeah, that was just a great play. I think it was by Gavin McCall. Just took it. He wanted it more during that play. And he just took it out, refused to give in to, not get that last touchdown for Mid-Prairie, returned it a long ways. And then Davis County, set up a nice drive there to end right towards the end to get their one score of the game. And I hope that momentum goes into tonight. And then, they've got to be, looking on paper and at records and looking at film, they've got to feel real confident in tonight's game.
And, tonight's about the seniors, so we need those seniors to really step up and bring that emotion, bring that energy, bring that leadership tonight as well. Although we do have young guys playing at some of those skill positions and those leadership positions on the field, we're going to look to our seniors tonight to bring that experience and energy to us on this really beautiful night here in Bloomfield. Again, no wind whatsoever, just perfect clear skies, a few clouds in the distance, but a really very nice setting for a football game on Friday night. Coach Anderson last week after the game, Ryan, said that they were a little banged up. We're not exactly sure of the extent to any injuries at this point. We'll see when they come out here in a little bit. But definitely banged up from the physical play of the Golden Hawks that they threw at them the entire night. They're going to definitely need all hands on deck tonight as much as possible. Hopefully guys can play through some of those little banged up boo-boo type things, and no serious injuries came from that. But again, we'll kind of see what happens and who comes out on the field. I know one name we're going to see tonight that we haven't seen in a few weeks, and he's a really good player, senior, big guy too, 6'6". I think I'm going to make sure I get his weight right, about 215, 6'6", 215, Riley Heller at defensive end. He's made a lot of plays for us on defense when he's been out there and had those opportunities, so real excited to hear that. I think he's returning. I saw him in the gas station earlier this week, and I asked him, and he said he thought he'd be ready to play tonight. So that will be a big name that we're going to look for on defense, and again, a senior. While we're on the topic of seniors, I want to just go ahead and recognize our seniors tonight on senior night as we are ticking down to about the 15-minute mark before kickoff. So our seniors here for the Mustangs are Tyler Ball, Brett Doxtater, Logan Williams, Gerald Roop, Daytona Bradley, Chris Carlberg, Clayton Garman, Colton Stremler, and I believe Riley Heller is the one I already mentioned. I think that's it. I apologize if I missed anybody. I thought I counted 10 down on the sidelines, Ryan. I think I just named off 10. But again, this night is all about them, and it's a beautiful night here in Bloomfield for some football. There weren't a lot of highlights last week, Ryan, except for the few that we mentioned there towards the end of the game to be found if you're a Mustang fan, as they simply just were outmatched by the Golden Hawks. This matchup, however, looks like it's going to be a lot more favorable, and we're going to get into Central Lee here in a little bit. Senior Gerald Roop last week found a way to rise to the top for our Week 8 Neebs Graphics Player of the Game, just for his consistent hustle. Again, as a senior, really was just kind of, again, not a lot of highlights to be found, but he had the nose for the ball in defense, found his way in there on some special teams. So again, our Week 8 Neebs Graphics Player of the Game, Gerald Roop. So again, we're going to look for that senior leadership tonight, and maybe he got some things rolling on defense and can continue that into this week. Coming up next, Ryan, we're going to turn our attention to Central Lee and talk a little bit about the stats and names that you did a little bit of homework on in preparation for tonight's game. They're looking to replicate their performance from last week when they got into the win column for the first time on the season. So we're going to get into them a little bit and talk about more when we come back. You're watching Mustang Football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free, no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
Live larger. Go further. Do more. Pursue your passion with Polaris, the world leader in off-road. Live wide open in a high-performance RZR. chase adventure on a legendary sportsman, or get more done with a hard-working Ranger. Enjoy savings up to $3,500 during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium in Bloomfield, Iowa. The seniors and the rest of the football team just ran out to the fight song by the Mustang Marching Band, which you can see down on the sideline. Doing a good job as always down there. We're moving closer to kickoff. We just are about the 9-minute, 30-second mark before kickoff, before we get things going here. I know the national anthem's coming up here in a minute, so we're going to step away here in a minute. This is the Citizens Mutual pregame show. Call Sherry and Lisa for a free insurance quote. Central Lee, Ryan checks into tonight's game with a 1-7 mark. Last week, the Hawks snuck by a banged-up EBF team, 28-21. If you remember, EBF was coming off of a tough Mid-Prairie loss, like we had experienced the same last week at Mid-Prairie. As Mustang fans remember, EBF won a close game at their place over the Mustangs in Week 6, 14-7. Ryan, we're going to get into your thoughts here in a second as the marching band comes out in stages for the national anthem. So we'll take another quick break while they do that, and then we'll analyze the Central Lee Hawks here a little bit more in depth and get some of your thoughts when we return. You're listening to the Citizens Mutual pregame show and Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
Whatever your vehicle needs, Rob and the staff at Davis County Tire and Davis County Truck and Alignment in Bloomfield can handle it. Need tires? They sell almost any brand and have the most competitive prices. Davis County Tire also has RV, wheelbarrow, ATV, and farm tires. If it's round, black, and rolls, they've got you covered. Stop and see Rob and Jody and the team today at Davis County Tire, behind Shopco in Bloomfield.
I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square.
At Dixon's Floors & More, we don't mind being different, as long as the difference is better. With hundreds of brands to choose from, including the largest manufacturers in the industry, we transform the volume of products we carry into lower prices for you. Don't start your project without starting at Dixon's Floors & More.
Mention you saw this video and receive 5% off your entire purchase at Dixon's Floors & More in Ottumwa.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio
Welcome back here to Mustang Stadium in Bloomfield. Ryan, right before we went to break, we were talking about Central Lee, and we, again, were talking pre-show that this should be a much better matchup for our Mustangs, just looking again on paper, and we're going to analyze that here in a second. But before we do that, what do you really feel like is the key tonight to get back in the win column if you're a Mustang?
I think it's turnovers. Last week, Central Lee's win, I've got them, they had 3 interceptions. One of them returned for a touchdown, and then they also recovered a fumble. So if the Mustangs do not turn the ball over, I just see them coming out with the victory.
Yeah, agreed completely. And I think also, you know, obviously in football, there's really no secret. It comes down to matchups. You have to win those individual matchups, especially on the line, and we have to get some kind of run game started and you know, supported to open up that pass game a little bit for us. And we're going to analyze that here throughout the game and talk more about that as we tick down to about 5 minutes before kickoff. The starting lineups are getting announced right now. We'll talk about them here in a minute as well. And again, this game should be a much better matchup. Well, this is one we circled early in the year as we looked at the schedule and kind of saw what was happening to Central Lee. You know, they took a lot of lopsided losses throughout the season. You know, first game of the year, lost 0-17. Second game, 14-82 at Mediapolis. Lost 7-55 at Mount Pleasant. So again, playing some a little bit bigger schools there in Mount Pleasant and Fort Madison. West Burlington lost 6-27. At Mid-Prairie, 7-60. At Albia lost 18-49. Williamsburg lost 7-49. Last week, win 28-21. So they're coming off of a lot of emotion. They're coming off a high. They're really wanting to replicate that feeling of winning. And we lost Eddyville in week 6 at Eddyville. So again, this could be an interesting matchup. I think it'll be a good matchup, but I think there's going to be some good football being played tonight.
Yeah. I've got them down as they broke an 18-game losing streak last week. So they're riding high. They want to, you know, the biggest thing about tonight's game is leading into next season on a high note. So both teams are coming, you know, obviously that big win at homecoming for Davis County, you know, last week they kind of took it in the chin, but they want to get right back on that winning track. Central Lee won for the first time in a long time. You know, I was a part of that. I lost when I was at Ottumwa, we lost, I think, 20 in a row, and last year we beat Burlington first game, and it's just almost a relief. So that's what they have, and then, you know, you want to keep that going, and they circled this on the calendar just like Davis County did, that this could be a win for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, there's kind of an art to winning when and they won a close one last week, 28-21. So things were tight. They were back and forth there in that game, and they found a way to win. And we did the same thing in week 7 with Albia, a high-scoring event. We got on the win column again, first time since week 3, 59-49 over Albia. As we're getting ready for the coin toss here at midfield. So we'll see what's going to happen, whether we're going to be on offense or defense.
Yeah, the last thing last week for Central Lee, their running back number 5, Westerkamp, had 34 carries for 210 yards. So we have to stop him.
And if you remember, I mentioned last week in week 7 at home against Albia, we really got our running game going too. So again, very similar teams. As again, here we are, we're going to find out what the Mustangs are going to do to start the game. And it looks like the Mustangs are going to receive. So Davis County won the toss, and they're going to be receiving the ball with their backs at the east end zone. Let's take one more quick break before we get into the game. We're ticking down to about the 2-minute mark here before the game starts. So coming up next, we're going to offer our final thoughts before kickoff, Davis County versus Central Lee here at Mustang Stadium. This is the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Live larger. Go further. Do more. Pursue your passion with Polaris, the world leader in off-road. Live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or get more done with a hard-working Ranger. Enjoy savings up to $3,500 during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Well, Mustang fans, I lied. We were going to give some final analysis before the game, but they are ready to go here. So we're going to get ready for kickoff here. There was about 2 minutes and some change left when we went to break, but they went right ahead down to the get the first quarter minutes up there. So we're getting ready for kickoff.
Real quick, I do want to get the starting lineups. I want to recognize those kids. I got this. I want to thank Coach Anderson. He emailed me this. You know, Carson Mater is going to be your quarterback. Gavin McCall will be your running back. Dalton Reeves is receiver. Carson Zittler will be a receiver. Caden Glosser will be the slot receiver. Tyler Ball, tight end. Colton Stremler, left tackle. Caden Hill, left guard. Center, Clayton Garman. Right guard, Spencer Boas. Sorry if I misspelled that. And right tackle, Hayden Boas. On defense, free safety, Brett Dockstader.
And it is an onside kick. Sorry, Ryan. It did not go 10 yards, and I don't believe it hit a Mustang player. Some Central Lee Hawk fans or senior players thought it did hit a player, but I don't believe it did. Did not go 10 yards. And so the Mustangs are going to take the ball at about the 46-yard line. Sorry, Ryan, go ahead. That was just an exciting play call there.
No, that's good. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to leave nothing on the field tonight. Both teams, there's nothing, no tomorrow for either one of these teams. So they're going to let it all go tonight.
And both teams seem ready to go. I mean, again, there was some time left to get ready for the game, but these teams are amped up. They're ready to play. They're both looking for that next win in their win column to end this season on the high note. Yeah. Any other starters that we need to name before we?
You know, on defense, Brett Dockstader, free safety, Carson Zittler at corner, Caden Glosser at corner, Clayton Smith at a linebacker, Dalton Reeves at a linebacker, Caden Hill at a linebacker, McCall linebacker, Clayton Garman end, Spencer Boas nose guard, and Riley Heller at defensive end, just like you said. He is going to make the start tonight.
And again, this is senior night here at Mustang Stadium. The first play of the game was for a good gain for 9 yards. Mater rolled out to his right and found Smith out in the flats and was able to get 9 yards. We're second and short here. Mater is in the shotgun. We have two receivers to each side. And it's a quick handoff to McCall, who breaks to his right and brought down by a trio of Central Lee Hawks. So, Ryan, just to quickly look at Davis County as we were kind of comparing their offenses. Davis County has 21 touchdowns on offense, 1 on defense for 154 points total on the season. Central Lee Hawks have 11 touchdowns on offense, 1 touchdown on defense for 87 points on the season. So, again, two teams that are looking to, continue that win streak here or get back in the win column and finish the season on a high note. Mater in the shotgun. We have 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Claps his hands, takes a snap, quick pass out, just a hitch out to sophomore Dalton Reeves out in the flat for a short gain to no gain. Just a quick hitch route from Dalton. So, again, we saw that connection last week for their touchdown late in the game. And a big, tall target is Reeves. He's 6 foot. And he's 160. He's a sophomore. So, again, he's still really coming into his own. And
player,
he is a good basketball. Yep. So, here's a trip set out of the Mustangs. We have 3 receivers to the right. McCall's the lone back in the backfield. Reeves is the solo receiver to Mater's right. Mater looks to the sideline to get his call from the coaching staff.
It looks like Central Lee's playing man-to-man here. I like to see them go a little deep. Right down the middle. There it is. Got him.
Hit him on the money.
Yep.
Wow, right up the seam.
Yep, they got it. They got him in man-to-man, 3-by-1. And he ran right down the seam, got the inside leverage. Great pass by Mater.
And that, Mustang fans,
that's
is
exactly
a
what you wanted.
Right out of the gates. Again, a sophomore connection. That is number 3, Caden Glosser, who ran kind of a skinny slant up the seam, kind of got skinny up the seam,
just
hit him right in stride. Just a perfect pass right on the button to number 3. So good job by him to hang on to the ball, Caden Glosser, to find the end zone. And a fast score, not even a minute into the game with 11:01 left as we snap the extra point and the flag's down. We have a false start on the Mustangs, so they'll march it back a couple yards. But again, a fast start that we were looking for and a kind of a balanced drive there. We had a run sprinkled in there between a few passing opportunities there. And Mater again right on the money.
Yep, quick passes. You know, that kind of
confidence building passes again. Kind of get your feet under you, get your pocket.
Yep, he's 3 for 3. He's perfect on the night so far. Exactly how Davis County Mustang wanted to start. So that senior night emotion is a positive for Davis County tonight. And he did miss the extra point.
No good.
Extra point.
So again, here with about 11 minutes left in the first quarter, we have a score 6-0 as the Mustangs come out fast. This is the Davis County Tire first quarter. Think of them first for all of your tire needs. We'll take a quick break. This is the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
So we're off to a fast start here in Mustang Stadium. The Central Lee Hawks came out with an onside kick attempt, giving the Mustangs a good field position right around midfield. The ball did not go 10 yards. The Mustangs didn't waste any time to find the end zone. They had a couple quick passing routes just to kind of get things established, a run mixed in there, and then a big slant pass to number 3, Caden Glosser, for the touchdown. And here's the kickoff. Also an onside kick. Kind of a squib onside kick, didn't catch Central Lee off.
Yep, right to a guy.
Whatsoever.
He caught it and took a knee right at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, so they're going to be at the 49-yard line. So again, good field position for them.
Yep.
So both of these teams right off the bat are saying, we're not going to hold anything back. And why? You know, there's no point in this point in the season, nothing to hide from anybody. There's no week 10 for these teams. This is just all about tonight, all about pride, all about trying to get back into the win column. So the Central Lee Hawks will take over on first down here with 11 minutes left in the first quarter.
3 by 1, motion across.
2 receivers to the right, motion to the left. Quick option to number 5, who scampers out and gets taken out of bounds by Glosser at about the 45-yard line. So that was number 5 on the carry, Dalton Westerkamp, who, Ryan, I believe, is kind of their featured back.
He's going to carry it 30 times tonight,
So he has 162 rushing attempts on the season for 679 yards, which is 4.2 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns on the season.
200 yards last week on 34 carries.
So again, 2 teams who are kind of finding some good identity running the game in the last couple of weeks. Albia, week 7 was kind of our breakout week on the ground, and Central Lee had theirs last week. So again, a quick option play. Number 12, quarterback, keeps it, couldn't find his option man, and is taken down by a trio of Mustangs at about the 41-yard line.
Got a first down. First and 10.
Will be enough for first down.
Yeah.
That was Stutz, the ball carrier there.
Yeah, Central Lee did not complete a pass last week. They went 0-7, so I do not expect them to put the ball in the air to start this game.
So first down and 10 from the 41-yard line go the Central Lee Hawks. 2 receivers to the right, tight end to the left. I-back formation behind the quarterback, number 12. And he fumbled the snap, it looked like to me.
Got it.
And the Mustangs recovered it. Number 4, Gavin McCall, Johnny on the spot. Out of the linebacker position. Looked like the ball just kind of bounced into his hands. Last week, Ryan, he found his way to get, again, he has just a nose for the ball. He knows what to do it on offense, and he knows where that ball is at on defense, and right there he is again to take the ball. So big turnover on downs. Mustangs take over.
Again, great start on offense, great start on defense. Let's get it one more time here. Let's get another touchdown real quick here.
Huge. In games like this, you need production out of everybody. Offense, defense, special teams, and so far we're getting both offense and defense. So
I wonder if Coach is going to go for a home run right here.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to Mater's left. He gives it to McCall, who scampers off to his left, finds some running room, runs into a corner at about the 50-yard line, where they'll mark his forward progression stopped right at midfield. So again, I like our balance here so far. I like that we're mixing in. You know, it would have made perfect sense to come out and take a big shot right there, but I think Coach Anderson understands the importance of identifying and establishing yourself on the ground as well, because I think there's potential for the game to be balanced. Both run and pass.
Nice 6-yard gain there on first down. He can do whatever he wants here.
I would expect a pass here because we put 2 backs in the backfield to shore up the pocket a little bit. Nope, it was a dive.
Flea flicker, he's going for it now.
And he had Zittler open, but it was an underthrown ball. He had a little bit of pressure. You know, maybe didn't quite have enough depth in that pocket after the flea flicker.
A little slow, got a little pressure.
It did develop.
But the play was there. He was open.
But again, pulling out all the stops, and again, no reason not to. So had Zittler, had a step or two, and Zittler's a fast receiver, number 1, who was over there running up the left sideline, but a little bit underthrown. Again, he had some pressure. Again, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mater rolls out to his right. Looks for Glosser, and he had Glosser.
Yep. Good throw. Just
Right
got to catch
on.
that one.
I don't know if the defensive back got his hand on it, but it still should have been caught. Again, probably a young kid wanting to turn upfield before he secured the football, and missed opportunity there. So the Mustangs will punt from midfield with 4th down.
Yep, number 1, Carson Zittler back to punt. Like to see the snaps back there a little bit quicker this week. They're kind of not back there real quick last week.
Well, and they were slow, and you're right, and I would not be one bit surprised if we see a fake at some point tonight if we're going to be punting the ball. And Central Lee Hawks are bringing some pressure.
Yep.
And it is blocked. It did. Somebody got a hand on it. I didn't see who.
It blocked our own guy. We kicked it right into number 52 on our own guy. He backed up right into the punter. It was not Central Lee. That was our own mistake.
Okay, so there's the special teams rearing, unfortunately, its ugly head in the game. So we had a couple good offensive possessions. We obviously scored a big touchdown, defensive turnover, but special teams, which has been a little bit shaky right now, costs us big as they have.
Need a big stop on defense here. They got the ball at the 23-yard line.
So defense going to be called on here at the just under 9 minutes in the first quarter to step up. An unusual formation here. We have kind of a power set, 3 running backs, direct snap to the
good job
up back quarterback number 5.
Great gang tackle there.
So that was actually a direct snap to their tailback, Dalton Westerkamp.
Yep.
With 3 lead blockers, but sniffed out by the Mustangs. And did you have a number on the tackle there, Ryan? I kind of cut you off.
27 was 27, one of them. There were several there.
Okay, so
27 was the first one.
Clayton Smith Jr. found his way in there to make the stop, and several of them were right there. So I don't know if that's a play that they saw on film, but they seemed ready for that. If that was
overloaded to the right side, and they came back left, trying to get everybody kind of confused where you're going to go.
So 2 receivers to the right, I backfield, tight end left, just a pitch out to number 5, Westerkamp. Good blocking on the edge. And it looks like he may have enough for the first down. So he had a lot of running room and a good blocking by the receivers out there in our secondary. Secondary just could not get loose to make a play, and we're usually pretty sure out there on the secondary on the edge. And anytime your linebacker has to come that far, McCall, I hear, and I heard Zittler on the play, that means your secondary is well blocked.
3rd and short here.
So 3rd down and short. We have a slot to the left, I backfield, tight end right.
Quarterback sneak. Yep, he got it. He's still going, actually.
Some extra push by his lineman and just refuses to go down. And where are they going to spot him? Down at about the half-yard line. So big push by some offensive linemen there, just on a straight quarterback sneak. So again, that's an area when you only have 3 down linemen, as you know, the defensive front that we run. Not a lot of bodies there to slow things down, and got a big push. So they're down to the 1-yard line. So looking to knock on the door of a touchdown as we tick under 8 minutes here in the first quarter are the Central Lee Hawks.
I expect the same play here.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you? That was a big gain for them.
Touchdown.
And they're right in. So they're establishing themselves and getting a bigger drive and a bigger push, are able to get it into the end zone. And as we expected, we're going to see some teams here that are both hungry, and to this point, they are both fired up and firing on all cylinders. So we'll see how the extra point goes here as we're tied up right now at this point. It's 7:42 in the first quarter. It's 6-6.
Yeah, this could be big in this game if one team can kick extra points and one
That
can't.
was no good either.
Good. So still tied 6-6.
Correct, 6-6. And this is the Davis County first quarter. Think of them first for all of your tire needs. We're going to take a break. This is the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And we're back here at Mustang Stadium where, again, we're off to a fast start. Last week we had a pretty slow first quarter because there were so many points being scored. Well, right now we're going back and forth. We've had offense show its head on both teams able to find the end zone. Defense, a turnover by the Mustangs recovered at about midfield, and our special teams blunder setting up the Central Lee Hawks for good field position. This is Davis County Tire first quarter. And again, we're at Mustang Stadium on a beautiful night here as the Central Lee Hawks get ready to kick off from their 40-yard line. And here is the kickoff. It is a squib again.
Yep. Just get on it. Yep. Be good field position again on about the 37-yard line.
Correct. And we'll see what we come out with on offense here. So far, we've been kind of hitting some quick passes and then opened it up a little bit with a seam route to Glosser, hitting those quick hitch routes or quick hitters that are out in the flat, mixing in a few runs by Gavin McCall. We definitely need to get Gavin and the running game going. I know Smith is also in there running back from time to time, and we'll see if we can get that running game going. So we're trips to the right, one receiver to the left, and it is a give to Gavin McCall. Runs straight up the middle, has a big hole, got a lot of running room. Yep. He's off, he's down to the 30, 25, 20, down to about the 16-yard line goes Gavin McCall. So there it is, right out of the gates. I just mentioned we need to get the running game going. That was a big hole, Ryan, that I think one of us could have at least found a couple yards off. I'm not sure we could have made it that far.
Not very many for me. I would have got a few.
I would have blown both hamstrings by the time I was caught by anybody down there on the field. But that was a great big play on first down. So 1st and 10 Mustangs from about the 14-yard line, it looks like. So a huge play.
46-yard run there.
And just what we needed. I mean, really, we had good starting field position.
Yep. Like to see the offense come back after the special teams mistake to maybe, erase that mistake that they have.
So we have trips to the right, one to the left. Again, a give to Gavin.
Same thing.
Finds a little bit of running room, maybe
read
for a yard or two. And it's, it is either zone read or that may have been a straight give. It's hard to tell if he had time to actually read anybody there, but I know we do both of those. And I'm just taking a look at what Central Lee's doing and see if they're doing just a straight 4-man front. It looks like they are, so they have a 4-down lineman. Two of them are stood up, kind of on a 4-3.
I'd say it's like a 4-3, but almost he's walking down into almost like a 5-2 monster rover.
Right, so the linebacker's walking down, and they're playing man-to-man.
Yeah, it's man-to-man. Yep.
There's a big slant.
He read it that time. Yep. Interception by Mater.
And an unfortunate break for the Mustangs is number 5, Dalton Westerkamp, who we see a lot on the offensive side, just at safety, kind of played.
That was that same play that they scored the touchdown earlier. They ran the same route, just flipped. He recognized it, Dalton Westerkamp, and he stepped right in the passing lane and intercepted it. That's just great learning.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he saw what was happening. He got to the inside, threw it. Mater thought he was wide open. He dropped right in the zone, and he picked it off.
And he was open for the first 2 steps, but Westerkamp did a nice job sinking, reading the quarterback's eyes, and just stepped back and kind of played center field there and stepped right in front of that pass. So the Hawks are going to take over about the 15-yard line. Here's a give, just an ISO dive to the tailback. I believe Westerkamp as well for a short gain on first down to about the 20-yard line. So back and forth we go, Ryan. Both teams have a turnover now. A special teams blunder by the Mustangs set up the Hawks. So every facet of football so far showing itself in this game.
Yep.
Be about 2nd and 7 from the 20-yard line. 2 receivers to each side for number 12, Adam Bowick.
Jet sweep to T.J. Stutz, tackled in the backfield.
I believe that was Gavin McCall on the tackle. So good play by him on the jet sweep. T.J. Stutz was the sweep player out of the
He's your speed guy.
Number 2 receiver spot.
He's their leading receiver. They don't throw it very often, but he's their leading receiver, and he's their motion guy. Yep, they're going to try to get him on the edge. Just give him a little change of pace to number 5, Westerkamp.
And you may have mentioned this, Ryan. They only have 63 passing attempts coming into the game with 13 completions.
Yeah.
So a 20% completion percentage. So, no, they want to keep that ball on the ground, and they'll do it in a variety of ways. That time, jet sweep.
Yeah.
Here's another jet sweep motion. A slant right out of the receiver.
There is the pass, incomplete.
No flag on the play. That was number 8 on the slant route, Dylan Stuker, I believe is how you pronounce the name.
Yes.
Dylan Stuker, a junior, 5'11", so a nice target out there, but just a step and a half ahead of the receiver. So Central Lee lines up to punt from their own after the loss on the previous play.
Yep, 18-yard line.
18-yard line.
Yep, good job by the Davis County defense to step up after the turnover, and still should get good field position here right around midfield.
Not much pressure from the Mustangs.
Pretty good punt.
Pretty good punt, end over end, fielded by Glosser at the 50-yard line. Good job to catch that in motion.
Yep, he was catching it going forward and got about a 10-yard return up to the 40. Very good job by the return guy.
Yes, it was.
I think number 1. Yep, Carson Zittler.
And we'll just give a quick shout out to our first quarter sponsor, the Davis County Tire. Think of them for all of your tire needs. As we have just went under 5 minutes in the first quarter here, we're all tied up at 6-6 out of the 40-yard line. The Mustangs go back on offense. Again, great starting field position. Good job by sophomore Glosser there. We called his name earlier on the slant seam route on the touchdown, and there, good job to gain an additional 10 or 15 yards. Who knows how far that ball could have bounced and hit the ground. So good job to get good field position. Trips to the right for Mater, one to his left. Zone read, give to McCall. And he gets a nice gain, 4 yards on first down. That's what you're looking for, really. I mean, those big gains are just a huge bonus. But if you can get 3-4 yards out on the ground every single time, that's really what you're looking for. So we're going to have trips again here. We have, as you may be able to hear, 2nd and 6 from the 36. Mater takes the snaps, hands it off up the middle to Gavin McCall, who's met with a short gain. Yep, maybe 2 yards. Met right away by several Central Lee Hawks. And I do see Heller on the field, Ryan. I haven't been paying attention on defense as much as we try to keep things organized up here. Again, a couple football coaches pretending to be radio guys, doing our best up here. But I do see Riley Heller out here at receiver, so it's good to see him, senior, back on the field.
Number 87 down here.
Yeah. 2 receivers to the right. Kid. He is a big tall kid, 6'6". 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Bobbled snap, and it is a turnover.
Yep.
Oh, man. Just nothing going right late here for the Mustangs as that one just hit Mater in the hands. He bobbled it, lost where it fell on the ground and recovered by Central Lee. So they take over at about the 39-yard line. Again, turnovers, something you mentioned could be the key to the game. Right now we're on the downside of that.
2 turnovers for Davis County, really 1 turnover for Central Lee, and I would almost say it's really 3 turnovers Davis County with the blocked punt.
Great point.
So it doesn't count as a turnover, but it's just like it's hard to overcome that. So far they have. They've done a good job.
There's a give to Westerkamp, just again on the tailback dive for a short gain on first down. It's taken about the 41-yard line. So each team still trying to kind of identify if they're going to be able to run the ball, and there's
they want to run it.
They haven't had the big hitter like we did on offense out of McCall, but they're still testing the waters up the middle and finding positive yards there on first down. So it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 42. Here's again, it's kind of their, I'm going to call it like a jumbo set, double tight, or tight end.
Double reverse.
I think he fumbled it.
Yep,
fell right on it.
Yep.
So was that kind of like a crisscross or a double reverse?
Cross buck, double handoff counter. You know, a little bit. We were actually kind of talking this before the game. Big night at Sigourney Keota, but it's a little bit of Sigourney Keota-ish, where everybody's in tight, backs are going, motion.
Yep. Minus the spin back.
Yep, they don't have the spin back.
A lot of guys back there that any one of them could take the ball.
Yeah, and they're trying to deceive a little bit of the defense there.
So the Central Lee Hawks fortunate that one, with all of that motion going on, finds the running back's hands.
Yep.
To give them a 3rd and long here. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Quarterback with lefty, rolls to his left.
Got him.
And he found an open receiver. The defensive back, I don't think, could locate the ball.
No.
He was in the area, in the vicinity, but number 4, Evan Poren, comes down with the ball.
A nice 15-yard gain there. First down.
The ball hung up in the air a long time. The defensive back was just kind of still trying to find where the receivers were at, didn't locate the ball. Number 4 knew where the ball was at, and Evan, senior, and he's 6 foot, and he's a senior with experience, went and made a play on the ball and gave him a big first down conversion. So they take the ball down into Davis County territory at about the 38-yard line with, as we tick down, about 2 minutes left in this first quarter. First quarter, again, brought to you by Davis County Tire.
Quarterback.
Snap to the quarterback, and he's just going to keep it.
Just right up the gut.
And a pretty decent gain on first down, hit by the safety. So he got all the way to the safety before he made contact.
Nice 5-yard gain there. Yeah, that was just a design quarterback run all the way.
A lot of motion by them. You know, they're throwing some jet sweep. That time I think it was a tailback motion maybe out of the backfield, but just a direct snap to the tailback, just giving our guys something to think about and some additional responsibilities to keep in mind. It's 2nd down and 6. As they have the I formation again, does it give to the tailback Westerkamp? Good play.
Counter,
Immediately
great play by
Bose.
77.
Yep, number 77. Brought him down immediately, just bear hugged him and just mauled him. That was Spencer Bose that time, I believe, number 77. So haven't called his name a lot this season, but that time
good tackle for loss there.
Made a good play. Call his name more on offense. You know, he's a big offensive presence on the offensive line, but a good play by him, Spencer Bose, 77, from the tackle position. And I believe that's his brother. Oh, no, his brother's not in right now. We have Trey Armstrong at the nose position as we have a 3-down line, and again, we're walking 2 guys up. A little more trickery here. So
reverse
a snap,
pass.
A tip. Good job by number 7.
Carson Mader made the tip, and he still almost caught it, but he did tip that ball. Great play by the free safety. He read it.
Initially, they were fooled because I think they bid up a little bit on the trick play by Central. So we're seeing trick plays out of both teams here again, and why not?
Yep, absolutely.
So I kind of cut you off as you were analyzing that there. Did you see?
Carson Mader used all his, 6'2", 6'3", whatever he is. He used it all there. 4th down and 6 here.
Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Single receiver down here is number 8. The lefty drops straight back and throws it high in the air. Just throwing it up for grabs at that point, kind of like a punt, jump ball. Comes to rest on the ground, so the Mustangs will take over, fortunately. But after a decent drive and a good drive by Central Lee.
Flip field position. Good job by Central Lee. Now let's see if Davis County can get something going here.
And a good job by this Davis County defense to not give up a score there after the turnover to give them decent starting field position
Bend, but don't break.
So we're down to about 30 seconds left in the first quarter, and it is the Davis County Tire first quarter as the Mustangs take over on the 34-yard line. 3 to his left is Mader, receivers, and 1 to the right. That is a give to McCall, who's got his eyes downfield. He's bouncing outside at the 40-yard line, 45 out to about the 49-yard line. So he found some good room on the far side of the field and brought down by some of the Central Lee secondary. Just shy of midfield, but a good play on first down as the chains move. And it's very reminiscent to me of the ground game that we had going against Albia. We're finding some good chunks of yards as Coach Anderson's happy to go into the quarter and take the timeout here that the quarter is going to provide. Although the clock is stopped, so there must have been a timeout.
No, they're winding it.
Okay, so there is no timeout.
Yeah, we'll be the end of the quarter here. So that is going to be the end of the
first quarter. The end of the Davis County Tire first quarter. Think of them for all your tire needs. We're going to step away as the quarter winds to an end. This is the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
Whatever your vehicle needs, Rob and the staff at Davis County Tire and Davis County Truck and Alignment in Bloomfield can handle it. Need tires? They sell almost any brand and have the most competitive prices. Davis County Tire also has RV, wheelbarrow, ATV, and farm tires. If it's round, black, and rolls, they've got you covered. Stop and see Rob and Jody and the team today at Davis County Tire, behind Shopko in Bloomfield.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium, where we pick up here in the second quarter after a big first down carry at midfield here. Take over the Mustangs. Mader hands off to number 27, Smith, who gets a good gain on first down, finds some nice running room, and we got a nice offensive line push there for a gain of about 5. So that big first down right before the quarter, I just want to remind you folks that Collision Corner sponsors our first down. Think of John at Collision Corner first to get your car looking good again, and don't forget to like them on Facebook. So good gain on first down there. Now we're second down and about 4, we'll call it, maybe 5.
We'll change the pace there, a little quicker running back.
Yep,
Back
again,
to McCall
here's McCall and finding good running room
First
again
down.
up the middle. And that's that two-back set that we hadn't seen until the Week 7 game against Albia. The wrinkle that I think really would have been the difference at Eddyville, that close game that we had, that Central Lee was able to defeat last week. There we saw it, and again, it just gives the defense a different look, and we're finding good room running the ball right now, and that's always a positive in Iowa football, and anytime you have high school football. Two receivers to the left, and there is a flag on the field. As we see what that flag is all about. Here on first down, we have a false start by the Mustangs. I didn't see who.
Second penalty. I think both of them were false starts. One on the extra point, which he did miss, so that's a huge play in this game. And then here, now it's 1st and 15.
You are correct. So here's the two-back set. We have two receivers to the left, one to the right. Again, two backs in the backfield with Mater. Quick throw out here to Zittler. Just a quick hit screen.
Yep, good.
Good play, but he had some running room, and number 55 kind of made a good shoestring tackle there to bring him down because I think there were some more yards to be gained. So Connor Moore Jr. found a way to bring Zittler down.
Good blocking by 87. I think he has been a big help tonight.
He has, definitely. That's Heller. That's that senior experience, and he's just a good physical player. Got long arms. He's 6'6". So we need him to make his presence felt all over the field. Two-back set this time. Smith is offset. One receiver to the right, two to the left. Gives him a call. Good blocking in front of him. Smith did a nice job of lead blocking and a good push by the offensive line again to bring it to 3rd and short. So again, a much more manageable play call here for the Mustangs. Actually, they're going to get that a first down. So he found first down yardage. So great.
Good play.
Good play. Again, good push. And I like that two-back set because he did have a nice lead block there out of Smith. So 1st and 10 from about the 25-yard line. Trips to the right, one to the left. McCall is in the backfield. He gives it again to McCall. Huge hole off to the right.
Yep.
Again, McCall's still rumbling.
Yeah, great
putting
play
his shoulder
there.
pads down. And I tell you, he's just got such a nice low center of gravity.
Another first down, 12 yards.
Just strong. He's a good, strong frame and not going to be brought down by arm tackles.
I have him for 9 carries, 105 yards already, just barely into the second quarter. Offensive line tonight is doing a great job.
And one of those runs was huge.
Yeah,
I'm sure
46-yarder.
Half of his yards came on that one play. So, again, nice job by the offensive line here early in this game. Give is to Smith, although I hear a whistle and another flag. I wonder if the false start was on the receiver rolling out there on the far side of the field. Again, another false start. So we don't want to get in the habit of stubbing our toe as we get this offensive positive momentum going.
No, we just, we overcame that last one, 1st and 15. Two great plays after that. Now we're right back to 1st and 15 again. We don't want to make that a habit. You are correct.
So we have one back in the backfield is Smith. Zittler's to the left. We have Trips to the right. I can't see the numbers to the right. The give is to Smith, and not as much running room that time as he was brought down immediately by, it looked like, two defensive linemen for the Central Lee Hawks.
Yeah,
it's
they
bring up
knew
second
that play
long.
was coming. They read that one.
They did. And Smith's more of a scamper back. He's not that power back that McCall brings. He is shifty. He does have decent speed, but he's not going to have
Between the
quite
tackles
as much.
might not be his game.
Exactly. Quick pass. Oh, man, we're glad that one found the turf because that hung up there after a tip ball.
Yep, tipped up in the air right in the middle of the field.
We don't want any turnovers here, but I don't know that we have a field goal team either. So this is probably 4-down territory as we're now 3rd and
15.
Long 3rd and 15. And Smith is still in the game.
2-down territory for sure here.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Smith is the single back in the backfield. Mater takes his 2-step, 3-step drops, hangs in the pocket. Glosser had a half a step as he was kind of running a post. Maybe got a little bit deep on his post route, but he had a step on him. But that pass falls incomplete. So we're going to be 4th and 15. So it'll be interesting to see what the Mustangs draw up here on 4th down as we are under 9 minutes left in the first half. So 4th and 15 from the 17-yard line go the Mustangs. 3 receivers to the right, single back in the backfield, and another flag on the field.
Oh, offsides on Central Lee.
All right, so the Mustangs catch a break that time.
5 yards.
So offside Central Lee. So had somebody in either in the neutral zone or just jumped on the.
Must have lined up offside. I didn't see anybody move there.
You see Mater a lot of times clap his hands just to see if he can induce a player to jump, especially in situations like that where you got your energy going and you're ready to make a play on a fourth down. So anyway,
yeah,
fourth
those
and
D
10.
linemen are rushing. They know it's going to be a pass here. They're trying to get to the quarterback.
You're right.
Fade
route to Heller, big 6'6" Heller, but we do have a flag on the field. And it looks like it's on the Mustangs because the head referee was looking to the sideline of Central Lee, and they're going to decline that penalty. So a turnover on downs. Central Lee will take over after a good drive, but Ryan, that drive really was emphasized by Mustang mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, we stubbed our toe a couple times just to take momentum away when we had it
Overcame one mistake, couldn't overcome the second one.
So we're back on defense, and our defense had a nice series last series when they were called on after the turnover to keep Central Lee from finding the end zone. And they're going to have a lot of field here to work with because they're taking the ball down, about the, 12-yard line, would you call it, Ryan? Yeah, it looks like they have it up on the scoreboard about the 12. As a Mustang runs off late here and it's kind of scrambling to get set. Quarterback keep fake to the jet sweep. Actually, it was a direct snap to number 5. I don't know if he was at the quarterback position or if it was a direct snap to him just out of the tailback position, but that was Westerkamp. Fake the jet sweep and just kept
10 yards there.
Right up the middle. So, as you called it, a first down, 10 yards right there out of the gates on first down. Heller comes back to the sideline. I see 74, Trey Armstrong, sophomore, heading back in at the nose position. He's a big body there in the middle. Out of the 3-down set. Again, motion out of
sweep to Stutes.
The Central Lee Hawks, number 2. TJ Stutes, as you called it, went in motion and a give to him for a short gain, maybe 2-3 yards on first down. Actually, a little more than I thought. A gain of about 4.
They did give him a good spot on that.
They did. They gave him a good spot. So second down and 6.
In my book, I gave him 3.
Unofficially.
Yes.
Yeah, this is that same formation that they like, that one receiver and a lot of bodies. A high snap over the Central Lee Hawks' head.
He fell on it.
He fell on it. But right there was number 84 to take advantage if he could. It was Dalton Reeves out of the corner. He didn't have anybody to guard out there, so he was on his toes ready to make a play as the single receiver was on the far side of the field. So stubbing their own toe are the Central Lee Hawks that time.
Lost about 8 there.
3rd and long. So some
it's not what
happening
Central
by
Lee
both
wants
teams.
to be in. 3rd and long is, like I said, they've only completed 20% of their passes on the year for 131 yards. They've got to get 15 yards on this one play.
And I do not believe this is 4-down territory for them as it was the Mustangs
they will
on the last
punt.
drive. But rolling out to his left is number 12, looking for a receiver who has a step or two at midfield. He had a step on Glosser, but he just missed him. Rolling out to his left was number 12, Adam Bowick. And again, just not a lot of experience throwing the ball this year. Again, you just said it. They only have, coming into the game, 63 attempts. So that time he had a step or two. And that was a good-looking route, kind of a fade route. And he had a step on Glosser, just were unable to connect in midfield. So punting are the Central Lee Hawks.
Number 8. Dylan Stuker back to punt here.
Back returning is Caden Glosser. A spiraling kick, kind of a low line driving spiraling kick.
Good
rolls.
bounce for Central Lee.
Yeah, and
under
good
the 40-yard
placement
line.
to rest at the 40-yard line on the far side of the field. So the Mustangs will take over from there on first down as we're at the 6:50 mark here in the first half. And we need to just continue I think, just really establishing that run and keep there's big holes to be found. We just need to keep the ball on the ground. Guys got to stay set on offense because if they're run plays up the middle and guys are on the perimeter, no reason for them to be rolling out there in those
tonight definitely
positions.
Looks, give the ball to number 4 and put it on your own line and let's win the football game running the football. It looks like tonight.
And we've had some good offensive push, as Central Lee has when they've had the ball. So, again, games are really won and lost in the offense and defensive line play. Heller's a single receiver to the right. Again, he's 6'6", senior. Trips to the left for Mater. Let's see what we have drawn up here on first down. It is a give to McCall. Good vision by him. A good bounce to the left.
Way to lower his shoulder and get about 3 more yards than he should have,
And he is a physical player. He just bowled over Dalton Westerkamp on defense. So Dalton kind of was a little bit high, and you cannot tackle Gavin McCall high. He will punish you.
He probably should have got 2 yards there, but he got 5.
He did, and he comes up a little bit gimpy, did Gavin,
I
but
noticed
he's a tough kid.
At the end of last series, Carson was in at running back instead of McCall. I wonder if he is feeling it just
maybe
a little
tweak,
bit.
a hamstring,
Yep.
hopefully nothing too serious. But again, here's the two-back set. Give him a call again. Sticks his shoulder pad down, and he just
first down.
Just has a nice center of gravity when he goes to take those hits. He lowers his shoulder pads down, Ryan, right at that point where the linebacker or the defender wants to make that tackle, and just kind of shields himself from getting hit at the waist. So he just has a nice low stature.
And always falls forward. That's huge. You always get that 1 yard more, maybe 2.
And Coach Anderson spoke very highly of him coming into the season, just how hard he worked in the offseason to really build that leg strength. He's got good speed and a good run by him right there to convert the first down. Again, to give to Gavin that time.
Not that. Oh, he made a guy miss.
Again, you saw he just ducks his shoulders, found some good running room to his left, and made a positive gain out of what looked to be a loss. So
it was a heck of a play to get 1 yard, but he should have lost. Again, same thing. He should have lost 3 yards there. He got out of the tackle, got forward, 1 yard positive.
Exactly. And again, it's just he's got instinct about him when he runs the ball that you really can't coach or teach. He just lowers his shoulder pads, kind of bends at the waist, takes that hit where they're trying to cut him in half, and meets a point of attack. Here's the give to Smith up the middle. Found some good running room. He had to hesitate as Spencer Bowes was tied up with a couple defensive linemen, was trying to move them, try to make a cut to his left. So again, a decent gain there on second down to make it third and manageable. And I got to believe
3rd and 5.
I got to believe this is 4 down territory. Because regardless, we've had good field position both ways, Central Lee Hawks and Mustangs, and not doing a lot with the football as we're approaching the 5-minute point here in the first half. Single receiver to the left is Zittler, trips to the right. Mater takes a 3-step drop, looking for Zittler. Finds him over the middle on a slant route.
Good catch.
And going to be right at the
first down. No, he got it by about 4 yards.
Yep, absolutely a first down. So good job by Zittler, the Carson to Carson connection, to bring that one in. So again, our first downs are sponsored by Collision Corner. I'd like to call out Slayton Polaris because they're who sponsor our touchdowns, but Collision Corner first down. Again, think of John at Collision Corner first to get your car looking good again. And we have a timeout on the field. So let's go ahead and step away for a quick break so that we can kind of process what's gone on here. I'll give you a chance to kind of finish up your stats. This is Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All right, well, welcome back to Mustang Stadium where the Mustangs are driving. They have the ball on the 35-yard line and are looking to punch this one in. We just converted a first down. Again, Collision Corner sponsors all first down. Think of John at Collision Corner first to get your car looking good again. So go see John at Collision Corner and a big first down. Ryan, you were getting ready to say something.
Yeah, just 1st and 10 here, 35-yard line.
As Mater rolls out to his left,
just
fake
keep
to
it.
McCall.
Good decision. Oh, good job.
Oh, and he stuck his shoulder down.
I like to see that out of the young kid.
I do too, especially out of your quarterback who, a lot of times he kind of runs straight up and down. He's a fast kid, athletic kid. That time lowered the boom on the secondary player for Central Lee Hawks.
He's
right at it. It's going to be right at the sticks, but I like seeing the physical play out of our running game right now, out of both.
And I like the play action pass. Running game has been successful. Ran a bootleg. Had guys, they weren't real open. I think he could have thrown it, but he saw that he had 8-9 yards, and he ended up getting 9. They did not give him a first down.
And lowered the boom to finish it. And here's again the two-back set, gives it to McCall. Good push by the offensive line. Smith also in there leading the way. So I'm impressed with Smith's blocking. That really is springing some of those blocks because some of those guys are penetrating a little bit. Smith is right there out of that two-back set to pick up those blocks. Gavin just has good vision and bounce that one to the left for another first down, another big Collision Corner first down. So we have things rolling. Let's keep it on the ground, Ryan.
Yeah, right now there's no point in throwing it.
I agree. We're pretty sure-handed out of the running back set to not turn the ball over. So let's keep it on the ground. Is my
timeout by Coach Anderson here. I think Gavin's a little winded, and you need to give him the ball. So give him a little bit of time here.
So let's let's keep it here for this one here as we kind of break down again where we're at. Ryan, you mentioned to begin the game that you thought turnovers were really going to be the key to this game. Right now we're on the losing side of those turnovers, but we're still in this game and we're driving right here before first half. How huge would it be to find the end zone here?
It's big. They're going to get the ball after halftime, so that's huge. So you get down, get the lead. You know, obviously you're not going to worry about it if you score this next play, but you'd like to take a couple minutes off the clock. Then stop them on defense, stop them one more time on defense, get the ball back. Then you could be up. You know, if you score here, let's say you get the extra points, now you're at 13, score one more time, now you're at 20-6, you know, after that, you know, beginning of that third quarter, and that would be huge for the Davis County Mustangs.
And we definitely can't afford to stub our toe or have any turnovers here, but we did have some turnovers early in the game, and we did create a turnover. And just for you folks that are just joining us, we are at 6-6. That gives to Smith. And Smith not quite as strong to escape those tackles as McCall, but somebody penetrated. That
was not him. He number 4 came untouched. You know, it was kind of a sweep outside, came untouched, and made the tackle for about a 6-yard loss. But that was not on the running back.
A good call by the Central League coaching staff there. Well-timed blitz right into where the play was going on the sweep. We missed earlier, Ryan, that our turnovers that we had one are sponsored by Geotech. Geotech Materials are the sponsor of our turnovers. There's a give. That time again, sticking with McCall, and that timeout helped Central Lee, I think, just as much as we were hoping it would help us kind of keep things rolling on the ground. Right now, they've been a little more sure on that defensive line.
Yeah, I'm sure their coach is getting after them. They're saying, you know, they're just going to keep running those same plays. Have been successful. Number 75 was in on that tackle. He's their leading tackler, David Vance. He's a big kid, right up the gut there.
So a big third down play here, third and long, obviously four-down territory, trips to the right.
Try to get half of it. It's 4th and 18 here, or
Gavin's
3rd and 18.
a single back in the backfield.
Pressure
again, so they're dialing up some pressure. And did everything he could to try to escape that blitz, but they brought pressure. So Central Lee coaching staff did a nice job of adjusting there at that timeout and have put pressure on. So
just like we were talking about scoring and making a stop, well, they're talking the exact opposite. They want to make a stop, try to go score here in this last 2 minutes, and then they get the ball back, and they're going to try to score.
And with that sack, right?
Yeah, you have to punt here.
Yeah,
you're going to try. Not very much time left. You want them to go 90 yards, you know.
Ticking down to the 2-minute mark, you're right. They know that their defense has been playing pretty good football tonight. Try to pin them deep and maybe force another turnover before half. But we are ticking down to about the 2-minute point here in the first half as Zittler gets ready to punt this one away. Hopefully he gets it away, and he does. End-over-end punt, a good punt down inside the 10.
Good job.
Good coverage.
Great punt, 6-yard line.
Awesome job. Exactly what we needed. Gerald Roop down there to cover that one on about the 6-yard line. So that's exactly what we needed there. We need them to have as much green to go to try to find their other end of the field and maybe, again, with their backs against the wall, find some an opportunity here where they'll tighten up a little bit and maybe turn the ball over. So we're still at 6-6 here in the first half. We've seen some good drives by both teams, but neither one able to punch the ball in except for early here in this game.
Both teams' defense have made the other teams go all the way down the field without a mistake, and they haven't been able to do it either time. Both touchdowns were both pretty short fields.
Here's Westerkamp on the run. He bounces it to the left. Found a little bit of running room over there for about 9 yards as he was brought down just shy of the sticks on the far side of the field. I saw Smith on that one, and I also heard Reeves called on the loudspeaker, so they made the play on the perimeter over there. 2nd down and short as we're at the 1-minute, 30-second mark here in the first half. Sticking with kind of the same formations, more of a power set, offset fullback, maybe an I formation. Give to Westerkamp again up the middle. Going to have enough for a first down. Take the ball out to about the 17-yard line. That is good for a first down, which is okay. You know, you just have to keep the ball.
Yeah, you're okay if you're Davis County. If they would have run the football, just, you know, keep everything in front, just make a tackle. They're going to have to hit a big one here.
And definitely can't have that big one. They've had opportunities where they've had receivers have a couple steps on our defensive backs. We have to be aware of that too.
The corners and the safety need to be back.
Give a little more cushion, I would suppose. Here's just a quick hitter.
Right up the middle.
Right up the middle, probably a trap play.
Yeah.
Number 9 that time.
They got it. And you're going to add 15 yards with a horse collar with the tackle by Mater there. He just kind of grabbed him.
Mason Shaw?
Yes, I think that's how.
Okay.
Yep.
Mason Shao on the carry there. First time I've called his name, I believe, on just a quick hitter out of the fullback position. Again, probably a quick trap play or maybe just a quick fullback dive. But either way, caught the Mustangs off guard. Big gain, and then they had a penalty to add to the end of the run. So getting better field position here. We're kind of near the midfield point as we are down to about 45 seconds left here in the first half. A face mask call on the Mustangs. You saw something illegal, saw the flag come out.
They could have called both, I think.
And thank goodness they can't call both.
Yeah.
Offset fullback. Get
There's
fake to the tailback, straight back.
Overthrow and pick it off.
Oh, Glosser
that was a big
there.
play. That would have been big.
Sophomore Glosser just, again, I think he takes his eyes off the ball just for a split second. He had a lot of open space ahead of him. That would have been a big turnover had he been able to find that. Unfortunate for him and for the Mustangs, was not able to.
Their receiver, number 4, was open. He just overthrew him.
He did. And Glosser was right there, and that one hit him right in the hand, so he wants to have that one back. I think, again, sometimes those are the hard ones to make when it's just so easy. Your eyes get so big, and especially when you have that nobody in front of you.
Yeah, he makes one guy miss, and he's gone there.
So here's 2 receivers to the right. I backfield. Give to Westerkamp out of the tailback position. Finds a little wiggle room over there to the left. It's a foot race with Glosser, who knocks him out of bounds at about the 40-yard line to stop the clock at 17 seconds.
Nice 15-yard run there. Way to get out of bounds. Stop the clock.
And both teams are finding a lot of light, Ryan, on the ground right now. So something both teams are going to have to address, which Central Lee did after that timeout. They dialed up the blitz. The Mustangs want to get into half here so they can do the same thing and make some adjustments. Definitely want to keep them off the board at 17 seconds left here in the first half. Here's a 2-by-2 set. We haven't seen a lot of this tonight out of the Hawks. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left.
17 seconds left. They're going to have to throw it here, I think.
Got to give some cushion here. We have 2 receivers.
Good play.
3 receivers in the area, but again, we had safeties back there playing plenty deep. Mater back there, Doxtator back there, Glosser back there, Zittler back there. So again, we had plenty of guys giving cushion as we're down to 10 seconds.
Mater was right there. He had the interception. Central Lee's guy really knocked it out of his hand.
I think Mater he came up a little shaky. Hopefully he just got either a cramp or wind knocked out of him. He's kind of looking at putting his arm at his lower back, so hopefully nothing serious for him, our quarterback playing safety here on defense. 1 receiver to each side, offset fullback. So again, there's that quick hitting fullback play, and he's off the ground, kind of floating and getting carried by the offensive line. So he wasn't touching the ground there for the last 3 yards of that as we tick down to zeros here in the first half. So the score is 6-6 here at halftime. We need to adjust some things on defense, but not a lot happening there offensively for the amount of yards that were gained. So we're 6-6 here at halftime as we will step away for a quick break. We'll get into our halftime show here and kind of talk about what we think adjustments will be made, Ryan, at halftime, and kind of do some predicting on what we think will come up here in the second half. You're listening to Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course, tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Live larger. Go further. Do more. Pursue your passion with Polaris, the world leader in off-road. Live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or get more done with a hard-working Ranger. Enjoy savings up to $3,500 during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
Whatever your vehicle needs, Rob and the staff at Davis County Tire and Davis County Truck and Alignment in Bloomfield can handle it. Need tires? They sell almost any brand and have the most competitive prices. Davis County Tire also has RV, wheelbarrow, ATV, and farm tires. If it's round, black, and rolls, they've got you covered. Stop and see Rob and Jody and the team today at Davis County Tire, behind Shopco in Bloomfield.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Mustang Stadium on just a perfect night of football. You really could not draw up a better late October night here in Bloomfield. Again, no wind whatsoever blowing. Nice crisp night as we watch our young cheerleaders in training, the Rah-Rah rookies on the track. These are the older division of the Rah-Rah rookies, and I think we'll have some younger ones coming, although I see some cheerleading moves down there by them right now as they're warming up. So, Ryan, not a lot of offense to be found point-wise out of either team, and both scores coming in very different fashions here in the first half. The Mustangs, as you remember, in the first quarter kind of came out and tested the passing game with some quick hitters right away, just to, again, establish the pocket, establish the confidence, mixed in a couple runs, and then they were able to find Caden Glosser, who kind of, again, did a skinny slant, and then kind of skinnied it out up the post. Carson Mader, sophomore, again, nice, tall, figure there in the pocket, able to find Caden Glosser up the seam for a score. And we thought we might see a lot more points in this, the way things kind of started out in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great start. Couldn't have asked for a better start for them. Got the onside kick right down the field. Great skinny post, 25-yard touchdown pass to Glosser. Second drive, same thing, same play. Central Lee adjusted, made the interception, and then it was a dogfight.
And adjustments are key, as you pointed out before the game. Turnovers are also key, and right now turnovers and penalties have kind of been some of our limiting factor on offense that kept us out of the end zone.
Yeah, 3 penalties, 3 false starts. One on the extra point of the touchdown, made the extra point harder, did not make that one. 1 false start, we overcame that one, got a first down. The second false start was again on first down, 1st and 15. Down towards their end, but we could not overcome that one. And then obviously, 1 fumble by Mader and 1 interception by Mader, and then the blocked punt. So really officially 2 turnovers, but really 3 turnovers or 3 miscues that have really derailed the Davis County offense.
And took Central Lee a little bit longer to get going, but they found their success as we envisioned when we look at their stats. Again, they're not a very comfortable team throwing the ball with only 63 attempts coming into the game with a completion percentage of 20%. Their first score came just good old-fashioned football on the ground, kind of grinding it out on the Westerkamp drive, and then also getting a good push out of their line to really help aid him along in their first score. Both teams missing their extra points, both finding good offensive ground game going there kind of in the second quarter, finding a lot of open holes, so good offensive line play out of both teams. The Mustangs called a timeout here late in the second quarter as they kind of had things rolling. Central Lee made some good adjustments. So you mentioned adjustments. What adjustments would you expect to see coming out here in the second half?
Well, Davis County's going to try to still run the football, but late in the second quarter, Central Lee really started to stuff the run. So now, if that continues to stop them, then they're going to have to go to their throwing game. And I think that'll work because that first drive, they opened it up, quick passes out to the sidelines and then down the middle. Just continue to mix it up, run and pass, try to be, 50-50 or 60-40. Gavin McCall needs to run the football as much as you can give it to him. He's got a little dinged up a little bit here, it looks like. But as much as he can do it, you need to give him the football, and you need to ride him the rest of this football game. Yeah, and turnovers, again, are something that have been a concern for us all season, especially when we have the ball in the air with some inexperienced receivers, with an inexperienced quarterback still trying to find his pocket and find his feet. We really found the success, it seemed like to me, just watching that first half. Obviously, Central Lee adjusted and did a nice job and kind of dot up some blitzes to stall out our last possession. But that two-back set that I really think has been key. That was key for us in the Albia game. That was key for us here in the first half. I think that's going to be key as well if they're going to be dialing up blitzes. That gives you another person who can kind of see those blitzes coming in the backfield to give that pocket that if we're going to have to throw the ball, we're going to have a pocket to throw from. Yeah, Smith does a good job of leading them through. Or, it's kind of a two different, your first guy goes through the right side A gap, the second guy goes through the left side B gap, kind of a mix. So they have to, tackle both backs. Or Clayton Smith goes right up and makes the block there. And Central Lee, I've got Davis County, great first half by Gavin McCall. I've got him at 14 carries, 122 yards, big, long 46-yard run. I got Carson Mader at 5 for 11 for 51 yards with the touchdown to Glosser. If they do that again, I think, and then as long as they don't turn the ball over with that offensive production, they'll win the football game. And I'll be interested to see, again, what adjustments we're going to have to make. But I do think out of that two-back set out of our offense is going to be key, both, as you said, running the ball and just to kind of shore up that pocket. If they are going to be blitzing and throwing different blitz looks, those running backs, Gavin McCall and Smith, can see those guys coming a little bit to buy even just that one extra half second or half count for Mader. And that's all you're going to need. If you can just step up and make that 1 second block, they're going to be man-to-man on the outside. Carson can throw it up to Reeves or to Heller, the two big receivers, and I like our chances with that. So if you're just joining us, folks, here at Mustang Stadium, this is the Pano's Dance Studio halftime show. Call Tiffany to get your senior pictures and family pictures taken care of. Check them out on the Pano's Dance Studio page. Coming up next, we'll talk a little bit more about what adjustments we expect to take as the marching band takes the field here at Mustang Stadium. You're listening to the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
This is Sherry Lawson. Hey, all you Davis County Mustang fans, the agents at Northside Insurance are just like you. We support the Mustangs too. We are proud to live in Bloomfield where we help families like yours with auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Give us a call at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield and Centerville today at 664-2362. Go Mustangs! Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060.
This is Milo Wells, your pharmacist at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. When you need prescriptions, stop in and see me. If you aren't a current customer, we will help you fill out a new patient form, which takes less than 5 minutes. We have a lot of over-the-counter items and have vaccines. We are here 6 days a week and offer free delivery in Bloomfield and surrounding areas. I pride myself on professionalism and small-town customer service, and our pharmacy reflects those values. Stop in and see us at Wells Hometown Drug next to CarQuest in Bloomfield.
David and Debbie Truitt, owners of Truitt Abstract Company in Ottumwa and Davis County Abstract and Title in Bloomfield, are proud to sponsor local sports in their communities. Truitt Abstract Company and Davis County Abstract and Title work closely with realtors, attorneys, banks, mortgage, finance companies, builders and developers, credit unions, and government agencies to ensure a prompt and accurate abstract or certificate of title.
Abstractors are available Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 at Truitt Abstract Company in Ottumwa and 7 to 3:30 at Davis County Abstract and Title in Bloomfield.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
We are here at Mustang Stadium in Bloomfield, and beautiful Bloomfield provides the backdrop for tonight's senior night season finale game between Davis County and Central Lee. Thank you for joining us on the Payno's Dance Studio halftime show. Call Tiffany to get your senior pictures and family pictures taken care of. Check them out on the Payno's Dance Studio page. The marching band is on the field right now, Ryan. We have just a great scenery here for football. It's a beautiful Friday night. A lot of drama here. It's a 6-6 game, the season finale, and we expected two very evenly matched teams, and that's kind of what we're seeing to this point. So we're going to get into some final thoughts and some final questions here as we, again, get ready for what we think will be a fantastic second half here. Now, that Dixon's Mattress second quarter kind of was foreshadowing to me, especially late there in the second quarter, of what we expect to see here in the second half. We saw some adjustments that were made that you pointed out were going to be key to what adjustments we may make here at halftime. But Central Lee, after that timeout, made some adjustments. They dialed up some blitzes. Definitely did something different on their defensive line because they were able to get some pressure where they hadn't found much pressure before to shut down our run game. And what adjustments are you, again, thinking that Coach Anderson may make on our defense to kind of clog some of those holes that they found, especially late there on the ground?
Well, I don't think a whole lot there. I think they were playing a little bit more, loose, kind of almost prevent defense there because they knew they only had 2 minutes to go, 97 yards. You were okay with them running 5-6 yards. Now you're going to get back to your normal defense just like you were the first, quarter and 10 minutes of this game that, that were just, besides the one drive that they got the ball at the 23-yard line, you did a good job of stopping them. So I don't think there's a lot of defensive adjustments. I think the offensive adjustments just need to be, not stubbing our toes with penalties, no turnovers. I really think without the penalties or the turnovers, I think this is a 20-6 game.
And on offense, we are very comfortable with those quick pass plays, those ones where Mater just takes one step, gets it out of his hands quickly. So if they're going to be dialing up blitzes, then I would expect, as you pointed out, that we're going to be getting the ball out quickly to those perimeter guys and let them make plays in one-on-one situations.
Yeah, you make one guy miss and you're gone for the touchdown.
If you have guys packed in the box and they're running that kind of standard 4-3 look and you're blitzing guys, sometimes we're even rolling safeties down to cover up those linebackers that are blitzing. You're going to be in man-to-man. So if you're man-to-man, you can make those plays quick out on the perimeter, quick slant play and make a guy miss, and you're off to the races. So it'll be interesting to see what matchups, do come into light here in the second half. Are there any matchups that you really would look for? And it could be on the offensive line play, it could be on the defense. What matchups are you going to keep an eye on to see who can get on the scoreboard next?
Well, I like the two big receivers, 84, and I think 87, the guy back this week, Riley Heller.
Yep, Heller and Reeves, sophomore Reeves.
The two bigger guys, you can get, throw a quick slant to them. They're playing man-to-man defense. Throw a quick slant to them, fall forward. You're going to get 5 yards every time. Also, use those guys to block for Zittler. If they can get one block out there, Zittler can get right around and get 7 or 8, same thing. Use those guys both as blockers and receivers. Maybe a little trick play there where they go stock block and then slip out for the long pass. Big plays are going to come. Big play might determine this game. So far there's been one big play with the 46-yard run. But other than that, it's just been slow, methodical, and that's why there hasn't been very much scoring.
And I like our chances if we can limit the negative plays, if we can limit the turnovers, if we can limit the penalties when we have good things going. But, Ryan, as a former lineman, I know where games are won and lost, and they're won and lost in those trenches, so we have to continue to
it's been
shore
very
good
good
up
so far.
offensively,
Just
defensively.
keep it going.
Yep, and limit the penalties.
I do have a couple scores here at halftime. Just Mediapolis is ahead of Sigourney Keota, 7-0.
So tight one there for the district title.
For the district title and, possibly a playoff berth. Washington is ahead of Mount Pleasant. Also, that one's not for the district title, but that one's going to be for the winner. Probably 98% chance goes to playoffs. The loser is going to be staying up to whenever they release the final RPI and who gets in the playoffs.
This game here doesn't have playoff potential, but it does have a lot of drama coming up next here in the second half. We're going to take one more quick break. We're at about a minute left before half. The marching band's still on the field. There's still 3 more minutes that the referees will likely give them to get warmed up. So we are here at Mustang Stadium, and this is the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Nothing says summer like hitting the open road. Get your vehicle summer driving ready. Cruising to work with the windows open and the convertible top down, going to the local fairs, or taking your much-needed holiday on the open road. Ray's Rapid Lube and Car Wash can get your car summer driving ready. Oil changes to the touchless car wash. Quick car wash to the super car wash. Ray fits in your budget so you can put more in your tank. Ray's Rapid Lube, 301 North Madison in Ottumwa.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free, no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Bloomfield, where the marching band is just leaving the field as the Mustangs come back and enter the field. And we're about 2 minutes away from kickoff here in the second half. And a half, Ryan, where there's no playoff implications, but still there's a lot to be won as both of these teams are hungry. Both of them very evenly matched against Central Lee coming off of a big win last week. Mustangs 2 weeks ago against Albia, a much better opponent for them, found a win in a high-scoring event. This one definitely not high-scoring, more defensive battle going on here right now. Any final thoughts you have, Ryan, before we get things kicked off here for the second half?
No, just, for some of these kids, the seniors, this is their last half of football, so they're going to leave it all out there. They want to leave this program better after tonight than it was when they started, and you can't ever take away winning your last football game. The better teams get to the playoffs and stuff, but once you get in the playoffs, only one team's going to end the season with a win. So, you might have a great season, but if you get second or you lose in the first or second round, you still end that season with a loss. One of these two teams is going to win this season, end the season with a win, and that's just great momentum going into next year. I know, Davis County, lots of kids coming back next year, so that's got to be 2 out of the last 3 wins. How many wins did they have last year, Coach?
I think they had 2 wins.
Okay, so that'd be
maybe 3.
Be either the same or an increased amount, and that's what you're looking for. I know Coach Anderson's trying to build this program back up, and Central Lee breaking an 18-game winning streak. They're looking for their second in a row. These teams are mirror images of each other. They're trying to do the exact same thing.
And again, I know there's not any playoff implications, but the conditions could not be better. This just has that excitement in the air. It's Friday night. It's the last half of football for the season for both of these teams, and I think it's going to be a good one. So I'm really excited to see what adjustments these coaching staffs have made and what they've, messages they told their players as we tick down to our final seconds here of our Pano's Dance Studio halftime show as we get ready for the third quarter kickoff here at Mustang Stadium in Bloomfield. And again, it's senior night here in Bloomfield. The teams are ready to go. They're excited. They were excited to get this thing kicked off to begin the game. They got to be just as excited, if not more excited, to know that it's essentially 0-0, Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
New quarter of football, new half of football, and here we go.
Davis County needs to come out with a big stop here on defense. Update, Mediapolis is now ahead 14-0 on Sigourney Keota. Sigourney Keota really needs to win. Yes, they're undefeated, but their RPI is not very good. So they're going to be, if they will lose that game tonight, they're going to be sweating it out.
Wouldn't that be something if you're an 8-1 team and you've just dominated all season? Yeah. There's going to be teams around the state that are going to get in because their RPA is stronger at 6-3.
Yes.
I don't know if there'll be any 5-4, but potentially in 4A, sometimes we see 5-4 teams sneak in.
There's not as many teams.
There's not as many teams.
But 8-1 is going to be hard to swallow, not going to the playoffs. But they've told them you got to schedule harder teams.
And here's Caden Hill with a line drive kickoff right at the 30-yard line and a late hit. I don't see any flag come out. We're very fortunate that one didn't come out, but that was a late hit
that was close.
By the Mustangs.
Yep. Good return, starting it at the 39-yard line.
So number 52, Caden Hill, kicks off there, a line drive kick. And we're used to this field position on defense. I mean, I talked to you earlier that Coach Anderson told me that when they had been kicking it out of bounds, that was completely strategic that they wanted to do that just because they knew their kickoff team was not that strong. So good starting field position, but again, a comfortable position for our defense.
Just continue what they've done.
A trip set out of the gates here for Central Lee. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Single back in the backfield is Westerkamp.
Just make the tackle.
And a keep.
Yep, option
quarterback
left.
Keep.
He kept it. Got about 6 to 7 yards there.
And that was Adam Bowick on the keep.
Quarterback keep.
For a big gain on first down. So, again, we're going to see some wrinkles out of these teams. There is nothing to hold back at this point. We're in the last half of football on the season. They're going to throw everything out the window to try to get on this scoreboard as many times as possible, and we're going to see some interesting formations. Here's 2 receivers to the right, I formation, tight end left, a give to Westerkamp. It's an ISO, big hole up the middle. He takes it to the right.
Good block by number 8.
Good downfield blocking as well, and he scampers out at the 30-yard line. So good vision by him. Number 5, Westerkamp, their leading rusher on the season. Number 5, Westerkamp.
30-yard gain, longest of the night for him.
And he's a senior as well. So although it's senior night here in Mustang Stadium for our hometown team, they're seniors as well. This is their last game, last half. And both are hungry. Both have found a way to win this season and want to do it again. They like that taste.
Yeah, I know they've struggled in football, but they've been successful in other sports. I know the state tournament in baseball last summer.
Here's a pro set give to Westerkamp, who finds running room. A missed tackle right at the line of scrimmage and brought down right at the sticks by our safety. And anytime our safety is making plays, that's means that they have a gain and a big gain on first down. So that was Brett Doctator on the tackle, but not after a big gain on first down of 9 yards as Spencer Bowes limps to the sideline for the Mustangs. He's going to get a break. Hopefully nothing serious there with his knee, but he looks to be in a lot of pain as he made his way to the sideline. 2nd and 1 from about the 20-yard line are the Central Lee Hawks. And here's that power formation, Ryan, that we've been seeing a lot out of them.
Both guys have their hands up. You don't goes to Westerkamp. Yep.
Actually,
that's Sigourney Kyoto right there.
Yep,
that's
kind of a counter move there.
Yep.
A counter play to number 2, T.J. Stutes, another senior. Yep. Again, so they're got some seniors at key positions back there, and they're inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from about the 16-yard line. Again, this may be one of those kind of gut check moments early in the second half here for the Mustangs to really identify themselves and solidify themselves on defense.
1st and 10 on about the 17-yard line.
Interesting split there out of the tackle. Big gap over there. Met immediately at the line of scrimmage was the fullback, but I don't know if you saw that gap. They had almost like a double a tackle, but then I don't know if it was a tight end or another tackle with a huge split and then a single receiver. I don't know if that was by design or just an alignment issue, but short gain on first down out of an interesting formation from the Central Lee Hawks on first down there. 2nd down and long here, 2nd and 7. 2 receivers to the right. Tight end left, I formation, under center.
Yep, toss left.
Toss left to number 5, Westerkamp. Good tackle.
Yep.
After short gain.
Got about 4.
Looked like Smith on the tackle, number 27, I believe, Clayton Smith. Nope, Hill. They gave the tackle to linebacker senior.
Big play here.
Caden Hill.
About 3rd and 3.
So 3rd and 3 inside the 10-yard, right at the 10-yard line.
Or quarterback sneak.
And they had some big plays on this in the first half too. Again, especially when you can get that aid by the offensive lineman as they're getting here. Enough for the first down. So they're knocking on the door early here, Ryan, kind of similar way that they did in the first half, where just keeping it on the ground.
I'm going to expect a quarterback sneak again. Every time they've been inside the 10-yard line, it's been quarterback sneak 3 straight times.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how they scored their first touchdown, was just a
they
keep.
Went 2 in a row. They got about a 10-yard sneak, and then it went all the way down to 1, and then a 1-yard sneak right there. They got about 5 yards there.
Not somebody we want to see coming to the sidelines right now for us. He found his way back into this game after an injury. Took him out for the last few games, and the quarterback keep it. Heller is out of the game, and he finds the end zone.
Touchdown.
Aided again by the offensive line. So a very, very similar drive to what they had to score on in the first half. Central Lee takes the ball.
Yeah, they just ran it right down Davis County.
That's
not how this quarter needed to start for Davis County.
No. We have some things to do on offense as well, and we had some good things going. We just can't stub our toe, but Central Lee finds the scoreboard first here in the second half. And it looks like they're going for
2.
Going for 2.
Yeah.
A high snap.
Yep, snapped over his head.
Westerkamp finds it and collects it, breaks a tackle. The defensive lineman didn't see him.
Oh, that was a good hit there.
Good hit by number 4, Gavin McCall.
Yep, good play.
To clean it up, I saw Smith, Gerald Roop was in on the play, had him wrapped up. McCall came and cleaned him up. So a good job by them to keep him out of the 2-point conversion end zone there, but not after
7 plays, 61-yard drive for them.
They scored first here in the second half. So we'll see what the Mustangs answer back with here. Hopefully, again, kind of a steady dose of McCall on the ground, sprinkled in with some quick hitting pass plays, but it'll be interesting to see what adjustments Central Lee makes on defense. And heck, we could see a onside kick like we did right out of the first half kickoff from Central Lee.
Their kicker doesn't look real strong, so they're going to squib it, onside it, do anything they can to, if that ball hops wrong on Davis County, they can get it back.
Heller did come off the field that last defensive series late, and he's one of our key targets on offense, but just as big on defense. So we hope to see him. I hope it's just a bruise that he's dealing with. Looked like he was kind of nursing his shoulder, maybe in the pec region. We hope he's okay. Back deep for the Mustangs are Glosser and Zittler. And here comes the kickoff from Central Lee. Again, kind of a squibber, and his knee was on the ground. That looked like Tyler Ball, number 10, who scooped that one up. So similar starting field position here for the Mustangs as the Central Lee Hawks had
37-yard
on
line.
their last series. We're about 8 minutes and 20 seconds here in the third quarter. And Heller is back in the play, so that's good to see the senior out there. He's in the trip set here to the left. Single receiver to the right is Dalton Reeves. I believe that's McCall in the backfield with Carson Mater in the shotgun. Mater claps his hands, gives the ball to McCall, who was brought down by number 4.
Short gain there.
Who we saw, again, number 4 for the Central Lee Hawks, Evan Porin. He was the one that they kind of dialed up some blitzes with and were able to get some pressure with late in the first half, late in the second quarter. So they've kind of got him going. Here's the 4-down lineman. Again, the linebackers just walked up almost in the D-line position, so he's walked right up on the line to give a 50 look on defense.
Like a man-free defense. They got, we got 4 receivers. They got 4 guys on them with the free safety right in the middle of the field.
So there's a zone read keep that time, but not a lot of ground to gain is Carson Mater, who stopped for a short gain there on second down out of the 2-by-2 set. So 3rd and long here, a little bit of an uncomfortable situation as you're wanting to get the ground game going, but not able to do so here so far in the second half. Again, a lot of bodies up there on the defensive line, 5 guys.
A screen down here or a flood concept down here.
And it's hard in these trip set here when you're playing as tight. Look at where the secondary is aligned there. A lot of opportunity for them to get tied up if we can run some routes and combination routes. Mater takes a straight drop back pass and curls to his left, finds Heller.
Out of bounds.
Look for him up the sideline. But it
had a step, just threw it out of bounds there.
He did, and he was a little bit uncomfortable was Maters. He was wanting to do a straight drop back pass, kind of forced to his left. Again, he's a right-handed quarterback, so that's kind of thrown against your grain, and we're forced to punt here from our own 40-yard line. So the adjustments for Central Lee that time were to bring another guy down on the line out of the 50 front to put additional pressure and just mix it up for our guys' assignments on the offensive line.
I think Central Lee's decided that they're going to make Carson Mater beat him throwing the football.
So back to punt is Zittler. Kind of a floating snap. They brought some pressure. A straight up pop fly into shallow center field, Ryan.
Yeah, a little bit of a bounce Davis County way, but about a 10 to 12-yard punt there.
He had some pressure, and he felt it. Again, kind of a floating snap back to him, not real crisp.
Is not helping him at all.
And that one just a shallow pop fly, which comes arrested about the 45-yard line, where the Central Lee Hawks, again, have great starting field position for their second drive of the second half. We would like to get back even on the turnover, so we can see here if the Mustangs can find a way to dial up a turnover. That would be huge. Again, in games like this where there's a lot of energy and a lot of emotion, sometimes you need contributions from everybody as the fullback goes in motion to give to Westerkamp.
Yeah, they're going to.
Straight up the middle. Good job by the Mustangs there.
Yep, Dalton Reeves on the tackle there.
Dalton Reeves. We had a Bose, I think. Nope, that's 74. Trey Armstrong. I saw a linebacker in there as well. But Dalton Reeves looked like he was the one who was right in there on that play. So good job by them right at the line of scrimmage. Dalton Reeves normally plays corner for us, so there's an adjustment that our defense has made. I didn't see if they had him.
Yeah, he's an outside linebacker, defensive end position.
He's walked down in the defensive line position, as is Gavin McCall on the left side here. Here's a sweep right to toss to.
Slide over the top.
Is that to Westerkamp?
Yep, make the tackle.
Good job.
Good job.
Mater slowed him down, got his arm on him, and then there was number 13. Brett Doxtater out of the safety position to clean him up. So a nice job of adjustments again, Ryan, by the defense here.
Yeah, that was a lot better job by the free safety Mater. He read the pitch right away and flew up, made the tackle, gain of about 1 or 2.
And an almost identical defensive matchup going on here. You said, hey, Central Lee saying, hey, Mater, beat us with your arm. Well, we saw Central Lee stats. Let's do the same to them, right?
Yep, their formations are a little different than ours, but essentially the defensive sets are identical on both sides. 5-2, monster stuff, and just,
So that time there, they were looking to, they did throw the football on 3rd and long there, 3rd and 8. Adam Bowick dropped back for a 2-step drop. He's a left-handed quarterback. Look for number 8 out on the flat, Dylan Stuker. That came incomplete. That did hit him in the hands. So we're seeing some very similar tendencies here.
It was a good job by the Davis County defense to stop them.
Right now kind of dictating
made that
the flow
adjustment.
Of the game. And a good punt from number 8, who Glosser eyes it. Probably could have picked that one up, but again, kind of a youngster inexperienced there to let that one come to rest inside the 10-yard line. Really good punt. We didn't have such a good punt last time we punted. That was a much, much better punt out of Central Lee there. Low line drive, spiraling punt.
Flip field position. Now we're going to start with the ball on the 9-yard line.
So a lot of field to work week for a lot of field to work with if you're the Mustangs, and not a lot going on right now for the offense. So they're going to have to find that identity. And we have the ability to stretch it. That Carson-to-Carson connection with Carson Zittler as a junior, he's been connected with several times deep. He hasn't made a deep presence yet. He caught a slant pass early in that first half. Mater takes a snap. Quarterback keeper, he rolls to his left, sprinting, and he gets out about a 15-yard line. So a gain of 5, and again, lowers the shoulder.
Yeah, that's
Mater
very good.
not
Got
shying
about
away
7
from the
yards
contact.
there.
And he lowered the boom on number 8, Dylan Stuker. Late boom, but a boom nonetheless out of your tall quarterback. I don't know if we want him doing too much of that, but I like the aggressiveness.
Last game of the year. He can be sore tomorrow.
That's true.
Basketball coach might not be real happy about that, but
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Mater still in the shotgun. He's joined in the backfield by Gavin McCall's the single back. Again, they're looking to play man-to-man as they have 5 guys down on the defensive line. Gives to McCall, who's hit immediately as he gets the handoff, and then gives time for the pursuit to get there and tangled up by a bunch of Hawks there.
Lost a couple there.
So, again, they're really packing him in and saying, all right, beat us with your arm.
Yeah,
or legs. Mater, hey, he's a good athlete. If he can get out in the open, he can run the ball as well. But let's see what we can dial up passing if we have to. 3rd and 5 here from the 15.
Yeah, need to get a first down here to flip field position. Not good if we have to punt from inside our own 10-yard line.
And Heller comes off the field again, the senior out of the receiver position. I just don't think he's quite healthy with his shoulder and maybe not confident in his catching ability, so he comes out of the game as Glosser goes in motion. Fake to Smith out of the backfield. Mater has all kinds of time this time, so the pocket's good. He scrambles, but a flag comes out late.
No, he got no yards, so I'm going to guess it's going to be holding.
And would you anticipate they're going to decline
it? It's going to be fourth and 5 from the 15-yard line. They're going to have to punt.
Again, we're trying to establish our identity here. So it is holding. Penalties declined. We had the run game going, but Central Lee shut that down. It goes back to that second quarter when we had things driving. They made some adjustments on defense where they started packing more guys in. They brought number 4 down for them, Evan Poren, who has made a difference at the line of scrimmage, and I'm sure they're bringing some other guys in as well, but packing them in, so we're going to have to find some identities. We're backed up now punting, nipping at our own end zone, so an uncomfortable situation for a punting team that's been a little shaky as Smith signals the punt, and that one easily could have been blocked again. A pretty good job by number 23 to catch that because you don't know where that one's going to bounce. You don't want them to take any more yardage as they can, but that was number 23 on the catch, Gerald Roop. So senior smarts there out of him, I think, because that one was kind of trending to maybe spiral, you
don't want it to go
backwards.
Towards. They're going to have the ball on the 38-yard line. So
again, a lot of pressure there. So our blocking a little shaky. Special teams not.
Yeah, special teams has cost us tonight. I mean, it really has. Field position, the blocked punt, the missed extra point. Just several miscues by the special teams tonight.
And here's the power set out of the Central Lee Hawks as number 9 goes in motion.
Counter,
they give it back to him. Here's that cross-butt look. It was a give to number 2 who finds good yardage on first down. I believe that was number 2, the ball carrier.
Yep.
TJ
Got about
Stutes.
8 yards.
Now, we called that the crisscross when I played. I don't know what they call it here, but a cross-buck look.
Yep.
A good gain on first down of 8 yards.
Just a running back counter.
A little bit of trickery, a little bit of misdirection. It's hard to find the ball when it exchanges hands that quickly in the backfield when there's that many bodies. Again, I formation, give to Westerkamp straight up the middle. I think he'll have enough of the first down as they get down to about the 26-yard line. So first down yardage and finding success are the Hawks on the ground, Ryan.
Yeah, and that's what we expected. They're not going to put in the air unless they have to.
And I don't know, we don't have a lot of depth, so there's not a lot of adjustments we can make. We just have to have guys dig deep, keep those shoulder pads low, take a good first step, and kind of just stop things at the line of scrimmage to limit any gain. But right now they have things going offensively here. Again, a power set, fake to the jet sweep, keep. That time, again, was a direct snap to number 5 out of the tailback position, Dalton Westerkamp. I don't know if you consider that a wildcat, Ryan. I mean, when you bring in the tailback out of the quarterback position.
Both guys are standing there with their hands up, and they just snap it to one of them. That's just kind of how their offense is. Without being a strong throwing team, they're just going to hand the ball to 12, number 5. They just want anybody to run the football.
And with keeping the ball on the ground, the clock is chewing down pretty quickly here. We're at under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Here's the trip set, trips to the right. Fake to Westerkamp is number 12, keeping it. A pretty good tackle, but a good gain by number 12.
Somebody's down
on
for
the keeper,
Davis County.
Adam Bowick. And that is McCall, I believe, on the ground.
Not good.
And that is not good. He's our kind of our linebacker anchor on defense. And Heller, I don't know if I've seen him make his presence back on the field either. I know came out on the last offensive series. So 2 guys that are, Coach Anderson mentioned last week, Heller wasn't in the game, but McCall, a guy who did take a pounding last week and had some injuries, and let's hope that this is nothing too serious for him, as he's, again, a big presence both offensively and defensively for the Mustangs. Let's go ahead, Corey, let's take a quick injury timeout here in the third quarter. We're at 2:34, where Central Lee's leading 12-6. This is the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square.
At Dixon's Floors & More, we don't mind being different, as long as the difference is better. With hundreds of brands to choose from, including the largest manufacturers in the industry, we transform the volume of products we carry into lower prices for you. Don't start your project without starting at Dixon's Floors & More.
Mention you saw this video and receive 5% off your entire purchase at Dixon's Floors & More in Ottumwa.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Mount Pleasant's 22-21.
And we are back here at Mustang Stadium as we are unfortunately watching our sophomore running back, our staple on offense, and our grinder on defense, linebacker, number 4, Gavin McCall, as he limps to the sideline with assistance from the trainer and coach. That is not a good sign, Ryan, if you're a Mustang fan. Because, again, he's
been the best player on the field
and
tonight.
If you're going to find ground game going, it's got to be almost through him. And here's a quarterback keeper right up the middle.
Once they get inside the 20, 15-yard line, it's just quarterback sneak,
They find a lot of yardage doing it, so you can't blame them one bit.
Nope.
They convert there on the first down, but banged-up guys could cost us here at key positions. I do see Heller back in the game on defense at the end position. He kind of anchors that side of the football, but they know where he's at as well, and they know what he's capable of, so I don't anticipate seeing much going his way. And as you pointed out, they likely keep it in the quarterback's hands, and they could snap it to either Westerkamp. This time they keep it to number 12.
Right at him.
And he's scampering his way, finding good room there, good vision as he's kind of weaving his way through the middle.
Yep, about 8 yards.
Number 12, Adam Bowick. So, again, Westerkamp and Bowick both in the backfield. They had a little motion out of the other back to the right, and they're knocking at the door again here with 1:30 left in the third quarter. So I anticipate more of the same here, Ryan.
Yeah, 12's going to keep the football here, whether it's just a straight quarterback sneak. That's what I'm going to assume here. He's under center.
And a pro set here, a little bit of an offset to the fullback.
Fullback
hit
dive.
to the fullback dive, swallowed up at about the 2-yard line.
First down.
One of those gut check moments, though, Ryan. We were in this situation, but unfortunately our anchor on defense at linebacker
went to the sideline.
And it looks like they're working on his hamstring, so that's a good sign that it's not a knee-related or an ankle-related thing. But he did look like he was in a lot of pain, so I'll be surprised if we see him. But he is a tough kid. He's a former wrestler. he is a mentally and physically tough kid, so I hope that we can see him back here as we're, again, on about the 2-yard line with our backs against a major wall here of Central Lee Hawks.
We need to hold them out of here.
Here's the give to Westerkamp, straight up the middle. A good pile.
Yeah,
I don't think he got it. He kind of leaped into the air
and got flipped up.
End over end, but I think he's going to make a short gain. They're going to mark him at either about the 1 or half-yard line.
Yep.
As the clock should be continuing to tick. There it goes inside a minute here from Bloomfield. On senior night,
it's going to be a quarterback sneak here. I just don't see anything else.
I don't know why you would. They've had 5-6 yards every time. They've
inside the 1-yard line.
Play to make. You don't have as many people touching the ball. Offset fullback out of the pro set. Oh, they do give it to Westerkamp, and he said immediately
he got it.
He reaches over. The ball's in the end zone, but where do they spot him is the question.
That was a good play by the.
No signal yet from either official.
Who's number 13?
Number 13 is Brett Doxtater. We've called his name several times tonight, and that was a great play by him. Again, I believe Doxtater is a senior. He is a senior on senior night here. We've called his name several times on defense. He's made some big hits, and a big one there as the third quarter winds down. Ryan, so save those thoughts as we come back from the break here, as we hit 000 here from Mustang Stadium. A gut check moment coming back here in the fourth quarter. This is the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back. We're here in the fourth quarter where we're on the final 12 minutes of the 2019 season as far as regulation time goes. And the Mustangs find themselves in a very tricky predicament as they are on their own half-yard line. 3rd and goal from the half-yard line are the Hawks. And it's quarterback keeper by number 12, and he's into the end zone on the first play in the fourth quarter. So, Ryan, we were hoping to be on the other end of this play as we found we were hoping the Mustangs would find themselves identity-wise on the ground. The Central Lee Hawks have done that very thing here in the second half, and they're up 18-6. They went for 2 on the last possession. I imagine they'll do the same here to just widen that gap.
10-play drive, all runs, 38 yards, took over 4 minutes off the clock.
2 guys in motion here on the 2-point conversion. Stapp goes to number 12. He looks for the end zone to
catch it?
number.
Yep, he did. He got it.
Looking for number 2.
Stutz, their leading receiver.
T.J. Stutz from number 12. Adam Bowick connection on the 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion is good to make the lead 20-6 Central Lee Hawks. And Ryan, again, little injuries here. Personnel were banged up, and Central Lee made some good adjustments to take advantage. So we have ourselves a hole here to dig out of on senior night from Bloomfield, and when you're banged up and your leading rusher is still on the sideline working out hamstrings and lower back issues, and you haven't had much success on the ground, we're going to have to look to.
No, we've only had 6 plays on offense here in the second half.
We're going to have to look to some of our passing game.
Yeah, you're going to have to throw it now. You're down 2 scores, 14 points, so just 2 scores. We need a big play here. Someone needs to step up and make that play. We've talked about it several times. Carson to Carson needs to happen.
Yep, I believe we do. We need to see that connection and make it fast because, with them grinding the clock out on the ground, they're going to continue more of the same.
Yeah, they're not going to throw the football.
Expect to see more guys piled in the box and say, hey, beat us in the air, and let's see if we can. Here's the kickoff from number 9, essentially, again, a low kind of line drive squib. Comes to Tyler Ball at the 40-yard line. He's looking for room up the middle with none to be found. And he's going to be stood up at the
40-yard line. Good field position.
Yep. Again, good field position for the Mustangs. So we'll see what we can find offensively. But again, McCall's going to stay on the sideline out of the tailback position for now as he continues to kind of stretch and see if he can't work that lower back or hamstring issue out. We're going to have to find some air game here, Ryan.
Yeah, I think some quick screens right now. Try to make a guy miss, do that 3 or 4 times, run it a couple times. Then if the opportunity presents itself, you can try to go deep. But don't get too much away from what you do. Quick passing game. Just get some confidence here.
2 receivers to each side. The give is to Smith. He's patient, finds some room off to the left.
Good 5-yard gain.
And a good gain on first down. He's tackled over there on the far sideline by, I believe, was that number 9? Thank you for the help out of the booth. Number 9, Mason Shaw. But a good gain on first down for the Mustangs where they come out on the second play here out of the trip set. So 3 to the right, 1 single receiver to the left is Zittler. 2-step drop out of Mater. Looks for Zittler on the out route at the 50-yard line, but unable to connect with the junior. So Ryan, the Carson connection not there on that play. No. He had the route right at the sticks, kind of far to see. It looked like maybe just led him by half a step.
Yeah.
Carson not able to haul that one in. So 3rd and 5 as the Mustangs continue to struggle to find their offensive identity with their tailback on the sideline in number 4, Gavin McCall. So Smith is the single back in the backfield with 3 receivers to the right. We have Glosser, we have Heller, we have
Zittler up top.
Sophomore Dalton Reeves. Yep, yeah. Zittler's the single receiver. They're looking for Glosser, but a long throw, a dangerous throw from Mater over here, which was immediately sniffed out by Stutz. So that's a dangerous pass play to make when you're on the far hash, throwing clear over to the far side with a receiver who's backpedaling.
I think he's going to go for it here.
Offense is staying on the field here at Mustang Stadium as we are at 11:18 here in the final quarter of the 2019 season. And I think there's going to be a timeout as there was some confusion offensively as that play clock, I'm sure, was ticking down.
This is a big play. You know, it's still early in the 4th quarter here, but if they can get a first down and go down and score relatively quickly, it just one-score game. You stop them on defense, and then you give yourself another chance. So this is a very important, and I like that timeout by Coach Anderson. He may want that later in the game, but, you know, if they don't get it and Central Lee's able to go down and score,
well, the
timeout doesn't matter then.
Tipping point in the game at midfield and a huge conversion. This is a timeout, though. This is, again, Nutrien Ag Solutions timeout. Farmers take timeout and call Bob Lawson today. So Nutrien Ag Solutions are sponsor of timeouts, and probably a smart timeout, again, as you pointed out by Ken Anderson.
Play.
You got 2 timeouts left, and if you don't convert here, you're giving them great field position. And the way they've been running the ball, and our guys are tired. They've been on the field. We don't have a lot of depth. I would expect more of the same and just kind of grinding football. And before you know it, Ryan, there won't be any time left on the clock with the ball staying on the ground.
Yeah, the way they run it, the clock's just going to keep running.
So it'll be interesting to see what we have dialed up offensively. Again, trips to the right, single receiver Zittler to the left. Carson Mater claps his hands, gets the snap, and it's a low, bad snap, and he just falls on it. So a big loss of 10 yards. So nothing going right here for the Mustangs, and they turn the ball over on their own 36-yard line to a very tired defense. A defense without their linebacker. Although I do see McCall.
He's going back out
in.
there.
I tell you, he's tough. And
nice to see.
A sophomore stepping up for his seniors here on senior night. Love to see a big play out of him or one of those other players out there that have been making plays all season long for the Mustangs. We got to get some plays out of some other guys here on defense and get that ball back in our offense's hands sooner than later. Tight set out of the Central Lee Hawks. Multitude of blockers for Westerkamp, who finds a little bit of room off to his left for a gain on first down. Tackle again by Doxtator. We've called his name several times tonight. Brett Doxtator is flying all over the field. Again, a senior. Not a very big guy is Doxtator. He's only 150 pounds. I don't have a height on him, but finding himself all over the field tonight on defense. And again, we talked how big it is for seniors to bring that energy, and we've got to find a way to find some energy now on defense for the Mustangs. Fullback goes in motion out of a tight pro set. Give is to Westerkamp. He takes a jab step to his left. Good tackle. McCall in the neighborhood, as is number 27, Smith. So Clayton Smith Jr., 5'6", 160. Out of the safety position. Again, we're packing guys in the box, and why not? Beat us with the pass.
I have him just going over 100 yards there for the night.
That was Westerkamp.
Yep. 20 carries, 101 yards.
And in the first half, you had McCall over 100 yards.
Yes.
I don't know if you had any unofficial total on him.
He's got 121 right now.
Here's that, again, 2 backs in motion, straight.
I don't think.
Keep by the quarterback. They weren't completely
a lot of movement
set.
there.
Yeah, you got to be set for a full count before you snap the ball, and I don't believe those 2 motion backs were given that
That's
time.
a big play. It was 3rd and 2. Now it's going to be 3rd and 7. Just makes it much more difficult.
But again, we saw more of the same coming there. We saw number 12 quarterback senior Adam Bowick on the keeper, but a penalty to back them up to make it 3rd down and 7, as we are now under 10 minutes here in the 4th quarter. So we're getting into crunch time here, Ryan, in this season, and somebody's got to step up and make a defensive play here. Pro set, motion out of number 2. Give to Westerkamp. He jab steps to his left, missed tackle.
Make the tackle. Good job.
Good job by Smith to hang on.
Smith hung on 77. No, 70.
I believe that was 76 that initially got his paws on him.
76, yep. And then we got a penalty at the end. A little extracurricular. I think it's going to be on Central Lee. Not 100% sure.
Which would be huge.
Yep, because I think that's going to be after the play. So it's going to be 4th and long. Yep, dead ball, personal foul, unsportsmanlike. Yep.
And that is an absolutely huge play at this point in the game.
It was a good play. It was going to be 4th and 5. Now it's going to be 4th and 20.
So do you take a play out of what Coach Anderson did in the first half and punt them to try to pin them deep? Knowing we haven't done anything offensively, I got to believe they're going to punt here.
Yeah, I believe they have to punt. He's been good all night.
He has. He's had nice line drive punts. I don't know how many punts they've actually had, but 1 or 2, much more successful than the Mustangs have been on their punting game.
He kicks a good ball. It's usually a spiral.
He's had a lot more time to develop those plays, too.
Much better.
Good snap.
They do the shield punt. I like that a lot better.
Wow, nice high
right
spiraling punt. Comes down at the 10-yard line, rolls inside the 5, down about the 3-yard line. I see a penalty, and I think that penalty I see another penalty flag come out. That one looked to be on the Mustangs. Probably.
It's not going to hurt them too much. It's only going to get a yard.
A yard and a half.
But they're going to have 98 yards to go, and they've Davis County's ran 10 plays, taken 2 minutes off the clock, and have 2 yards of offense in the second half here. So it's a big task here, but hopefully the Mustangs can do it.
I'm trying to sort out still. They're still discussing. They're discussing both penalty flags. They're discussing position of the ball, having a conversation to make sure they get it right because they know how big this is and how big this upcoming series is for both teams as we are at the 9-minute point here in the fourth quarter with a score of 20-6.
That was a good job by the defense, though. You know, it was going to be 4th and 5 there, so they were still going to have to make a play. I think they would have went for it, but then the penalty put them out. And that penalty is on the Mustangs.
Back was on the Mustangs. The official signaled against the Hawks, but I think he just pointed the wrong direction initially, and he got it right there.
Yeah,
so we're going to be
inside the 2-yard line.
A yard and a half. And again, with not a lot of offense going, and I believe McCall.
He is on the field. I think you have to give it to him right up the middle and try to get
and here's that two-back
yards.
Set. And I really like this two-back set. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It is the McCall. Nice hole.
Yep.
And again, get some good breathing room.
Yeah, out to the 4-yard line. That's really what you wanted. You know, just now you're not doing everything in the end zone.
A step slow, as you can imagine. He's dinged up. He's coming out after that one carry, but he had a nice big hole there. Just a step slow getting through the line, but he did. He gave him some breathing room to get it out to the 4-yard line. But, Ryan, we're down 2 scores, and knowing that we have to kind of keep things on the ground to keep things moving forward.
Yeah, they're playing man-to-man on defense. You've got to.
There's the give to Smith.
He's got to make that guy miss. It was a one-on-one. He ran right into him.
And he did.
That
was
out to the 7.
Smith on the carry. So, again, we're in a tight predicament here on 3rd down and medium from
Yeah, you need to pick
our
this
own
up.
end zone with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter and 8 minutes left in the season. Trips to the left, one to the right. Smith is a single back. Mater's in the shotgun, claps his hands, takes a quick pass out to 84.
There you
Dalton
go.
Reeves makes a man miss.
Yep, good job. Out.
Great job
I believe
by him.
that's a first down.
Yep, it is a first down
Yep,
and a huge first down.
Yep, great job.
And a much-needed first down to keep the chains moving there when you weren't having a lot of success going offensively. So that's a Collision Corner first down, a much-needed first down. So think of John at Collision Corner for all of your car needs. There's a give to Smith, and immediately met it behind the line of scrimmage by 3 Central Lee players there. I see number 2 in on the tackle, number 56, and number 4. So, again, they kind of rolled number 4 down in the game and put more guys on the line, and that's made a lot of difference since they made that adjustment. So those players, again, Evan Porin, number 56, Chance Hawker.
I'd like to see a double move here by a receiver if the offensive line can get time.
Trips to the right. Mater looking for a single receiver.
Got him.
He's got that Carson connection, but he dropped it. He had it in his hands at the 45-yard line. He was running with the football, bobbled it, and dropped it.
I think that
was the Carson connection we talked about this season. We've seen that connection.
Good route. Had him. Great throw. He caught. Caught it. Took about 1 step and then started bobbling it.
And he had all.
Yeah, it was. That was going to be a foot
to work
race.
with in the world, and he's fast. And sometimes those easy ones are the hardest to make, and that has been the case all season for the Mustangs. An unfortunate break there as that one came to rest of the 45. Mater in the shotgun, trips to the left. He's looking for a single receiver. Dalton Reeves, who's a big 6-foot receiver as a sophomore, but that one thrown out of bounds at the midfield stripe. At the 50, thrown out of bounds, so we will turn over on downs.
It's going to be
and
fourth
we had
down.
some things going there. We had 2 receivers. Even on that, Dalton Reeves had a step, but the ball thrown out of bounds.
I know
Mater put the ball right on the money to Zittler. That one that one's going to haunt us.
I know what Coach Anderson's doing here, but it's really hard to do. You're down 2 scores, 7 minutes, but you're deep in your own territory. He's going to punt here.
It is. And
it's hard to do, though.
And it's not really a fake situation with 4th and 11.
If you're in a fake, it is a fake.
Well, it's a fake, but I don't know if it's a fake situation. It's just you got to do something.
If you're going to fake it there, I think you just got to run an offensive play. You're not fooling anybody. I know what he was doing here.
Yeah, you can't fault anybody for doing that because, again, the game's on the line.
You have to almost go for it.
Didn't fool the Central Lee Hawks at all. So that was a direct snap to 52. Yep. Who wore 12 throughout the season, our backup quarterback, Caden Hill. So he knows what to do with the ball, but that time found no daylight. And if they get in the end zone, that very likely will be the ball game.
Yeah.
But, again, you can't fault anybody there. You're trying to make a play. You're trying to get some things going. Just a very tough ask of your offense and your punt team there with 4th and 11. So here again,
I would just like the offense to stay on the field and make
give to Westerkamp. He's got a nice hole and a good gain on first down.
Yeah.
From the 12-yard line, he's down to the 6. And that takes a lot of energy and a lot of wind out of your sails when you had some momentum going on.
That's going to make the task going in this football game really, really hard.
It is. As we're ticking down to 6:30 left in the game. When you're down 2 scores as it is, if they score again here, that is essentially with the offense that we've seen, the lack of production with banged-up players out of key positions, going to make it very hard. But pro set here, offset fullback, give to Westerkamp. Good block out of the fullback. It's a foot race to the pylon. He sticks his head down. Did he get in?
Yes,
touchdown.
He did.
So Westerkamp, number 5, bounced it to the outside, to the right, to the far side of the field, following his fullback. A good block out of the fullback there on the perimeter to spring Westerkamp loose. And it was a foot race, which he
I was hoping we'd see something like we saw last week where, like Gavin McCall last week stepped up, stole the ball right out of the running back's hand, make a play. Unfortunately, that didn't happen.
And on senior night, the Mustangs find themselves down 26-6, pending the 2-point conversion try here from the Central Lee with 6 minutes and 13 seconds left in their season. And as you can imagine, kind of a sick feeling from the Mustangs with all of the, excitement about tonight, home game, senior night, opportunity to do some positive things as number 12 looks for the slant and finds number 8 on the slant route in the end zone as he was in a matchup man-to-man. That was number 8, Dylan Stuker, who seems to be a favorite target for when we do pass.
Yep, just another 2-point conversion there.
From number 12, Adam Bowick.
2 out of the 3 completions are 2-point conversions.
So let's step away for a minute or two here and kind of collect ourselves as we approach the 6-minute mark here in the 2019 season on Senior. Let's just take a real quick break, and we'll be right back here to Mustang Stadium from the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And we are back here at Mustang Stadium on senior night, where we are going to need some senior night magic if we're going to claw back into this one. We're down 28-6 with a kickoff coming here, which finds its way down to about the 20-yard line, picked up by Zittler, who races to his right. He's got a lot of speed. He's out to the 30.
There's he go.
Rounding the corner at the 40. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 44, 45-yard line. So good return by him. Zittler has good speed, so I would have loved to have seen that connection so you could have seen that speed on that last series.
Yeah, that was a good return.
Set.
Reverse field, just outran everybody.
And there's a penalty on the field. So we'll see what that is.
That flag is a long ways away.
It is a long way back.
Yeah, that was behind where they were kicking it. I did not see that until right now.
Personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct. So with the good return, we'll take.
Central Lee is a little bit, they haven't won a lot of football games. They're excited. They're maybe letting their emotions get to them just a little bit here.
And where that one was thrown, you wonder if that was just a hit that didn't have anything to do with the play or a defensive player. Could have. But regardless, we are in a big hole, so that doesn't hurt too much. But great starting field position.
39-yard line. We need a quick score here.
I would love to see a connection.
It's all man-to-man. They need to make a play.
Here's Mader with a straight drop back, but he's got pressure out of number 7. So 7 brings number 7 down.
He lost a whole bunch there.
He lost about
all the way back
yards,
to the 40-yard line.
So a complete flip of the field from the 40. Okay, they move it up and kindly put it on the about the 42-yard line.
That's back. That penalty, we just lost.
Yes, we did. And that was number 7, Nick Stuker. So we've called his name a couple times tonight, but that time out of a big defensive play. Senior Nick Stuker, 6'3", 175, with a good play off the end to bring Carson Mader down for a huge loss on first down. So 2nd and forever.
That's something where, a play like that, they came untouched. Carson's just got to throw it.
There.
There's a great throw. Not anywhere near the receiver, but just a beautiful throw.
It was good mechanics, good drop back. He had plenty of time there, so he can do things with the ball when he has that time. Did not have the time on first down.
No, he needs to learn to just throw the ball away quick. If he sees he's got nothing, instead of taking that 10-yard sack, like that one was an 18-yard sack, just put your team so far behind the sticks that it's just hard to overcome.
And that one was intended for Dalton Reeves, who was drawing a lot of attention from the secondary. Obviously here they're going to give a lot of cushion and put some extra guys back in the secondary, not bring as much pressure, which allowed Mader to have a little more time in the pocket. Here he's rolling to his left. He's a right-handed quarterback. He's taking pressure for number 4.
There's a good
missed
reverse
tackle.
Throw it away. Oh, he's got something here.
This is dangerous because there's guys downfield.
Another drop.
And again, opportunities to be made, and we just are not making them.
No.
The easy ones, Ryan, the easy ones are not making the easy plays.
That's got to make you excited for the future for Davis County, though. Carson Mader escaped the sack, good scramble, presence of mind to stop before the line of scrimmage and threw it 30 yards downfield, perfect strike, just dropped.
Well, there is a timeout, and that one kind of took our breath away. So with that,
Central Lee's regrouping. That's the only thing that can happen that has them lose the football game is letting guys behind them. Even if he catches it and there's a guy behind him to make the tackle, they're okay with that. But there was nobody within 20 yards of him.
And that could very well be the story of our game. Is we had an opportunity out of Zittler on the former series, on the previous series to make a play early in the game on defense. Glosser had an opportunity and an interception that hit him right in the hands. Sometimes those are when you have your eyes get really big. You're like, oh, can this be happening? I have this play to make. You turn up the field before you have completely secured the ball, and we haven't done that.
Yeah, Mater's only 1 of 8 in the second half. But he's made, a few not as good, but he's made some really good throws, and his receivers have let him down.
And our receivers have made some of the tougher catches this season, those tough slant routes where it's really a lot of pepper on the ball. But sometimes those easy ones, again, are the hardest to make. So Reeves wants that one back, and he knows that he's a competitor. He's frustrated with himself. Somebody's got to make a play. Yeah, Mater did a great job there to get room.
4th and 30 here. They're going to see the same play. He's just got to throw it downfield.
He unleashes a long throw intended for Zittler.
Yeah, just more of a Hail Mary-ish, and that's all he had.
And that comes to rest.
First down, Central Lee.
Turnover on downs. So any hope, Ryan, that we had kind of fell flat with the drop by Reeves there. Again, not that would have made any big difference in the game, but it would have given a big momentum.
Yeah, you never know, because you're going to give, he gets a touchdown there, onside kick, you never know, and then, but it's
really tough when you have opportunity. But again, young guys.
18-yard loss on first down.
And they're going to learn from those. We're going to call these guys names for a long time. We had Reeves, we had Glosser, we have Zittler coming back, Mater coming back. We're going to call a lot of these guys names, but I know they want some of those plays back. Here's a give to Westerkamp as he finds a little bit of room on the right sideline, kind of wiggles his way back towards the middle of the field, about the 40-yard line, for a short gain there on first down. But they're going to keep this on the ground. They're going to keep this clock running and not give the Mustangs too many more opportunities on offense if they can help it.
No, if they get a couple first downs, they're going to just
try to grind this one out.
Call it the 4-minute offense. There's no play clock here, but if you had a play clock, you'd snap it with 1 second left every time.
2 receivers to the right, tight end left. Here's a give to the tailback. On the left-hand side here, Westerkamp again finding a little bit of room for a gain out to the 35-yard line.
3rd and 4.
So 3rd and 4 yards for the Central Lee Hawks, taking their time getting the play in. Working the play clock. They're going to work every second off this clock that they can. I believe we still have 2 timeouts, but at this point.
Yeah, not use them yet. Get a stop here. You might use one.
Kind of a pro set.
Just fullback dive. Pulling back. There you go. Good job. It's going to be 4th and 2 here. I expect them to go for it. Punting doesn't really do anything for them.
And with, again, our lack of offensive production, other than some of those big plays with McCall banged up at the tailback position. Again, no slight to Smith. He does a nice job when he has room to work with out of the tailback, but at this point in the game, it's a passing situation for the Mustangs.
You got to get 4 or 5 wide and just you got to throw the football.
And we've seen receivers open, but we have to get the ball back first and foremost.
Looks like Central Lee's going to call a timeout here. They're just waiting for the play clock to go down.
So as the clock ticks down to 3:20 here in the 4th quarter, they are going to just let it tick down, call a timeout, go get their final play here on 4th down from their sideline. So let's take a quick timeout ourselves. This is a Nutrient Ag Solutions timeout. This is the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
If you've been looking to take your nursing career to the next level, William Penn University is ready to help. With the RN to BSN program, you could have your degree in as little as 17 months. You'll find individualized attention from professors that care about your success. William Penn wants to see each and every student succeed in their education and life. That's why our advisors work with you to provide affordable tuition. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And we are back here at Mustang Stadium on senior night as we approach the 3-minute mark in the 4th quarter and the 3-minute mark in the 2019 season as the Mustangs find themselves in a 4th down situation.
Make a big
on
play
defense.
here, Mustangs. 4th and 3 here. Toss.
Here's a toss to Westerkamp, and he's got a lot of room. There's Mater having a chance to make a tackle.
Yeah.
And kind of whiffed with the arm tackle there.
First down.
We saw him lower the boom a couple times on offense. Would have loved to have seen him do that on defense. Unfortunately,
he missed him.
Not able to do that there. And Central Lee Hawks were able to convert on 4th down to a sweep to Westerkamp. So, again, he's done a nice job out of that tailback position all night of making big plays when plays have been there to be had. He's a senior. Again, this is senior night for the Mustangs, but this is also senior night for Central Lee in terms of their last opportunity to play football. And it's a special game, and I think a lot of these seniors know that. A lot of them, this is going to be their last football game of their lives and their careers. Maybe some of them will go on, but not very many, I can't imagine. 2 to the right, tight end left. Here's just a give out of the I formation to Westerkamp again, who finds good yardage on first down. And we have an injured player again down on the field.
You hate
for the
to see that so late in the game. That's not good.
And it looks to be in quite a bit of pain again out there. I can't see a number.
I think that might be McCall again.
Well, let's take a quick injury timeout here as we identify who it is that's down on the field and regroup ourselves. We'll be right back.
Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060.
This is Milo Wells, your pharmacist at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. When you need prescriptions, stop in and see me. If you aren't a current customer, we will help you fill out a new patient form, which takes less than 5 minutes. We have a lot of over-the-counter items and have vaccines. We are here 6 days a week and offer free delivery in Bloomfield and surrounding areas. I pride myself on professionalism and small-town customer service, and our pharmacy reflects those values. Stop in and see us at Wells Hometown Drug next to CarQuest in Bloomfield.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
You're watching Mustang football on the Atumwa Radio Sports Network.
So it was senior Caden Hill who was down on the field, but fortunately walks off on his own accord without the assistance of coaches. Senior Caden Hill, as Mustang fans remember, took the helm at quarterback in game 2 of the season when Carson Mader struggled after the first game, hurt his shoulder, which opened the door back up for Mader, and then he was asked Ryan to move and kind of shore up things on that offensive line. So again, a senior who's done so much for this team this year here on senior night.
Very unselfish, just a great job.
And I'm glad to see him back up. So, I hope that he can come back in. I realize that this one's kind of out of hand now. It's 2:30 left in the fourth quarter as the Central Lee Hawks continue to grind it out on the ground as Westerkamp again finds a big hole up the middle out of the I formation and takes it inside the 20-yard line down to the 15, tackled by Riley Heller Sr. But again, back to Hill. He's done a lot for us. He was a big part of that win here at home in Week 7 against Albia. Again, kind of motivating some of those other offensive line. He's not an offensive lineman by trade. He's a quarterback. That's what his aspirations were this year to come in. Started the season at number 12. Here he's wearing 52 and has done a nice job both on the offensive line, communication-wise, and out of the linebacker position. So he's limping around on the sideline. Again, a give to Westerkamp, bottled up, but kind of bounced off and wiggled his way up for a short gain on first down as we are inside the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. And Ryan, this game's really going to be marked by missed opportunities for the Mustangs when there were opportunities to be had, and we'll get into that in the Neebs Graphics, the Pulaski Lumber post-game show. But here, as the clock continues to tick down as we approach the minute mark, I can't help but think about those opportunities we had that we left out here on senior night. Here's just a pro formation. Again, Westerkamp, he's tackled in the backfield by a couple players back there. 62, I believe, is Garmin. Yep, that's Clayton Garmin. And I think I saw Trey Armstrong in there as well. That may have actually been number 75. Or number 76 maybe tonight, Tristan Marks, senior, getting in there on his final game. I do see number 75 on him, but I believe that is that Tristan Marks.
We don't have 75 on the roster. So,
But again, on senior night, getting him in there at the nose tackle position for one last series and one last stand of his life here in high school football as we're approaching 30 seconds left in the game out of the I formation. So they're just going to keep this one with a quarterback keeper up the middle just to finish this one out and let the time tick down, I imagine, here from Bloomfield.
Yeah, they will not have to snap it again here. That'll be
down,
the end.
And I think that will be it. And that is going to be our ball game, where we're going to finish with a score of 28-6 here on senior night. Again, Ryan, we'll get into some of our analysis and we'll talk about our Neebs Graphics player of the game, but this one, lots and lots of missed opportunities. We'll talk more about that when we come back from a break here and get into our analysis in the Pulaski Lumber postgame show. This is the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Live larger. Go further. Do more. Pursue your passion with Polaris, the world leader in off-road. Live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman, or get more done with a hard-working Ranger. Enjoy savings up to $3,500 during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
Whatever your vehicle needs, Rob and the staff at Davis County Tire and Davis County Truck and Alignment in Bloomfield can handle it. Need tires? They sell almost any brand and have the most competitive prices. Davis County Tire also has RV, wheelbarrow, ATV, and farm tires. If it's round, black, and rolls, they've got you covered. Stop and see Rob and Jody and the team today at Davis County Tire, behind Shopco in Bloomfield. Nothing says summer like hitting the open road. Get your vehicle summer driving ready. Cruising to work with the windows open and the convertible top down, going to the local fairs, or taking your much-needed holiday on the open road. Ray's Rapid Lube and Car Wash can get your car summer driving ready. Oil changes to the touchless car wash. Quick car wash to the super car wash. Ray fits in your budget so you can put more in your tank. Ray's Rapid Lube, 301 North Madison in Ottumwa.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium, where we are going to talk about the game here between Central Lee Hawks and the Davis County Mustangs. This is the Pulaski Lumber post-game show. Stop in and see Chris Lutke and the team today, your start-to-finish Lumberyard. Ryan, this senior night was one that we had high hopes for. Early in the season, we circled this game as one that had a lot of potential for a W. Central Lee kind of found their identity late here in the season, getting a win last week against Eddyville and getting a win here to finish their season at 2-7. So we finished 2-7, they finished at 2-7, and tonight's game really is going to hurt for a long time. And a lot of our young players tonight are going to feel this one for a long time as they talk about this in the offseason. But it's going to be a game remembered for a lot of missed opportunities.
Yeah, just, there are two big pass plays in the fourth quarter that great throws by Carson Mater and just nothing you can say but just flat-out drops by the receivers. Again, you don't know how the rest of the game goes after that, but it gives your team a chance. And that's all you can ask for. You're learning as a program. You're learning as young players. And the more success you can have, then you think you can do it more and more. They're going to probably stay up late tonight dreaming about those, and no one feels worse than those kids.
And those are going to sting. And those are opportunities from young guys that they can learn for. Unfortunately for these seniors here tonight, that's their last opportunity, and they're going to remember those missed opportunities as a team. However, there's a lot of good tools that they're going to be able to build on for next year. A lot of the guys that were contributing factors to this team were young guys, again, inexperienced guys who got experience this year. And, we're going to build on that and learn from some of those mistakes. Really the turning point in the game to me, Ryan, was in the first half when we had momentum. And momentum's a funny thing. We had momentum. We called a timeout. Central Lee made some great adjustments. They brought in some additional guys down on the line of scrimmage. They dialed up some blitzes, and that really was the end of our offensive production.
Yeah, we were inside the 20-yard line. I'm pretty sure we had a false start, and then maybe an okay play. We called timeout. It
was a big fourth down situation. We needed a big play, a big conversion.
Play, and they blitzed, and we didn't pick it up. And rough. I kind of keep a rough stat thing. I have us for -5 yards in the second half. So we really did nothing offensively after that.
And it
that's
really
just
showed.
hard.
And we started getting banged up. We had some injuries. Gavin McCall was injured. He was able to try to come back in, but never really got going, with his full strength. And when he's not in there to establish that run, even though they kind of shut that run down, but when you don't have that presence and they're forcing us to pass, we weren't able to convert. And we had opportunities in the passing game. Again, we had some opportunities on defense for turnovers in the early first half as well, but unable to convert. So again, this senior night going to be marked, and really the whole season going to be marked kind of just by small plays going forward, but then we take a step back and we either miss opportunities or we
missed opportunities tonight for sure.
Turnovers or kind of stub our own toe with penalties. But let's take one more. Corey, can we take one more quick break? Are you okay? All right, we're going to stay here and we're going to just quickly get in our Neebs Graphics player of the game. And Ryan, on senior night, I think it only fitting that we give just our seniors. Let's just give all of our seniors on senior night the Neebs Graphics player of the game. We had guys stepping up at lots of positions tonight, just showing a lot of heart, a lot of pride. And that's what I appreciate about Ken Anderson and his staff and his coaches and his kids. There's no quit in this team.
No.
And a big contribution by a lot of seniors tonight. Too many of them to name, so we won't name one. The Neebs Graphics player of the game going to be given to our seniors tonight. So that'll do it for the 2019 season, and that'll do it for the Mustangs here, where the final score again is 28-6. We would like to thank you for making us part of your Friday evening all season long. If you missed any of the game, any game this season, don't worry. We have you covered. Every Mustang game this season is archived on AtomaRadioSports.com. Any final thoughts, Ryan?
No, just thanks for it's been fun the last 2 weeks. Maybe we can do it again. It's a lot more fun than I really thought it was. I'm kind of nervous to start, but especially this week, I kind of like getting back into football, looking at some stats and stuff. That's kind of my thing. I enjoyed it, and I've been where Coach Anderson is, not as a head coach, but as an assistant. You're struggling as a program. You're trying to turn it around. I have no doubt in my mind they're going to be a better football team next year. Those sophomores, that growth between your sophomore year to your junior year is a huge potential growth, and I think he'll get that turned around.
And I would love to see more guys playing this sport. I know football's not what it used to be because a lot of the conversation around head injuries and concussions. Well, I would like to see more people come out and play this sport and get some more depth at key positions, because that really hurt us this year too, is depth. So I'd like to see more guys getting out and playing this sport, because even in losses, we talked about this last week, there's so many lessons to be learned when you're part of something special, part of a team, when you have an assignment and you're expected to do it. There's a lot of lessons to be learned.
Football is just a great game. It is, I mean, you can argue it all you want. It is safer than it's ever been. The coaches teach it different now. I mean, when you and I played, you put your head on the football. You used your head. I mean, that's just how we were taught. It is not taught that way anymore. The equipment is better. The helmet is so much better now than it was when we played. The biggest thing is winning football games. I think, honestly, that is the biggest thing. If we can win some football games, you will get more people out.
Well, there's some good things to come, I think, if you're a Mustang fan. But for our producer, Corey Finch, and my partner, Ryan Morgan, I'm Brad McCloskey saying so long from Bloomfield. Again, thanks to all supporters and our fans here from senior night and all season long. The proceeding was a presentation of Davis County football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.